All right, we're live.
What's up?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
No, it's good to be here on Game Day Live. We are at Remington Park. We're inside Bricktown Brewery. We're going to be hanging out with you watching the OU game. And Kansas State off to a pretty good start here. They've got a drive going. But we're going to talk about everything that's happened today in college football. We'll even add in a little bit of horse racing going on. They just had the first race here and a big day coming up tomorrow at Remington Park with the Oklahoma Derby. And over $1 million in purses going out for stakes. So Kansas State, ball control. They got a little drive going.
Yeah, you know, we had a lot of conversations all week long about this Kansas State team, and there were some Sooner fans that kind of reached out on social media saying, you know, that we're hyping up Kansas State too much. You know, we're giving them too much credit. They just lost to Tulane, and I'm like, man, that's just not true. The reality of the situation is Kansas State is kind of what they are. They always have a good offensive line. They always have a great game plan. Kleiman is one of the best technicians in all of college football. That guy knows what he's doing. He's great at halftime. This is a tough game for Coach Venables, and it's a tough game for the kids on the field also.
All right, we'll talk about everything that's going on. And on our YouTube, Facebook page, you can ask us questions and interact. That's the whole premise of the program is we want to hear from you. If you've got questions, we want to discuss everything that you'd like to talk about. OU comes up with a decent stop there on 3rd down and 3. Texas A&M and Arkansas also we're watching right now. We'll watch USC and Oregon State when that game begins at 8:30.
Yeah, man.
What do you think of the day so far?
Dude, we had a great day of college football so far. I, as the older I get, the more emotional about everything I am. I feel like I'm sitting there watching Kansas this morning, and you know, I just remember being at Oklahoma State when we weren't very good, and how not having a crowd impacted us, and it sucked. And when they started finally coming, you know, when you started finally getting people in the stands, what that meant to us as a team, and you know what it did for our home field advantage, and what it did for our attitude going into games. And I just loved so much watching, you know, the Kansas Jayhawks sell out that stadium, 47,000 strong, and they went out there and played their asses off today. Like, that was an excellent game. Both Duke and Kansas played an excellent game of football. It was a great representation of American football today there in Lawrence, Kansas. So I was thrilled about that. And I think the Daniels kid might be the best quarterback in the Big 12. I think Spencer Sanders probably got something to say about it. I think Dylan Gabriel probably still in that conversation. And when we get Quinn Ewers back for Texas today against Texas Tech, I think he'll have something to say about it too. But Daniels is the real deal. He threw some NFL passes today.
Yeah, I think it's really good. What do you think about this call right here? We've got our official review. Warner caught that pass, and it looked like to me, of course, if they're going to give him forward progress, it was right at the line. I think this is at best short.
Oh, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, it's got to be short.
They gave him the first down, so they're going to review here.
Deuce Vaughn is one of the smallest. You know, it's been a while since we had one of those in this league. I feel like we're talking Quentin Griffin and Sproles, but it's been, 15 years since we had a kid at that stature play the running back position in the Big 12. Tech always has a little dude at tailback, I guess, but he is an incredible athlete.
He's so similar to Sproles, but it's tough to see him. You can be a running back and be that small if you have great lateral movement. 4th down. We'll see where they spot this.
I'm nervous. College football, and it's amazing how much, you know, it's amazing how much parity we have in the game. I feel like there's more now than ever before. The Big 12 is pretty darn good. There's a bunch of good teams in this league. West Virginia is probably the worst team in the Big 12, and I'm not looking at them like they're a guaranteed win for anybody in this conference.
Right. No. Well, we talked about this on the pregame show a little bit too. I mean, how do you handicap the league? Who's first, who's second? Martinez is going to be able to get the first down. I think from 1 through 10, it's pretty interesting. We got a penalty on the play. Someone move. May have been the slot in motion. Deuce Vaughn may have moved a little early, or is that face mask?
You know, we hear so often I think he did. That is a face mask there.
That's a pretty significant face mask.
Yikes. Webu in the face mask. I can't get over this kid's body. Webu looks like a cartoon character. Like, why are you that big and play linebacker? That's insane.
I think he was a man without a position in the previous OU defense. To be able to play in the middle of this defense helps a little bit.
Oh, touchdown K-State.
K-State. You know what? We will not be hearing, at least right away from the people that said we were overhyping Kansas State. But I will also remind you that this is exactly what happened a week ago. And I don't think OU is going to rattle off 49 points, but that was great misdirection, Sam. You talked about it all week about how Chris Kleiman is able to do that. They ran a back out of the backfield to the right. They pulled another player that came over and blocked for Martinez. The entire defense read the movement to the left, out in front, and he's into the end zone pretty easily for the touchdown.
You know, what Kansas State does is forces teams to play a brand of football that they're not going to really see anywhere else in the conference, right? Like they're, you know, we use the term playing the phone booth. And, you know, people ask me all the time, what exactly does that mean? Well, they're, you know, in a day and age, Mark, where they look to spread out offenses, like even on the 5-yard line, people will go 5 wide now. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Kansas State's like, no, we're going to go ahead and here's your 2 tights. We're going to add a wing to this. That guy in the backfield, I know you don't know who that is. That's a fullback. We have one of those too. And they're going to line up and make guys do things that they don't necessarily do a ton on their own teams. And they didn't do a ton of it in high school anymore either. So it really is an advantage that they, you know, it's very simple. That offense is not complicated at all. It's something that people have been doing for 50 years in the game of football, just something that is rare, more rare today than ever before.
Well, the deception, though, of it is tough to defend. If you're a linebacker, you have a key, and you're a lot of times, hey, look, I'm looking at the running back because I think he's going to get the ball. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're in a pretty bad spot there. So,
and then you add the mobility of the quarterback, Martinez, and the fact that he's able to run also, and it does make it, you know, it's more difficult to defend than ever.
Well, I will say this: a lot of opening drives are scripted, and they did a pretty good job on that of moving down the field. We'll see what OU has in response, but after that, the game kind of settles in, and it becomes more of a game of adjustments. So, we'll see what happens. First race happened here at Remington Park, and it was an interesting finish. So
how's that horse doing?
I don't know. We'll have to see. There was one horse that pulled up in the stretch. What do you think so far, A&M and Arkansas? Arkansas has been moving the ball pretty easily on the A&M defense.
I love the A&M's identity. I love that they've got that figured out. I love that they take the field on any given Saturday with an attitude. They want to go get in a fist fight, and it's a lot like this Kansas State team we're talking about. Arkansas's got some dudes in the edges, though, that'll make you work. Hazelwood there. I like that other receiver that they've got also. They can throw the ball down the field. But it's just power pro set football from Arkansas, and they're good at it, you know, and they believe in it. And that fan base gets behind it too. So it's pretty cool. I never understood why they play this game in Jerry World. I mean, you know, Jerry's excited about it. I guess
I think Jerry wants to have Arkansas there.
I mean, is it a packed house?
I would think it's pretty close to that. Halfway between both schools.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, it's not too far from
I think try to recreate a little bit of the atmosphere that they have in the Cotton Bowl for OU, Texas. Everybody gets to go to Dallas for the weekend. Jerry gets to show off the stadium in front of all the Hog fans.
They've got to get I mean, I look, I love the Cotton Bowl. All right, it's cool. I've been.
Yeah.
They got to move that game.
A lot of tradition there.
A lot of history. Or build a stadium.
Like demolish the Cotton Bowl and build another
demolish it and build. You can't tell me they couldn't build one.
Look at that shot. That's impressive. The A&M game. They've got all those pom poms going and the towels.
I mean, it's such a unique atmosphere that you wouldn't even think that they would need the infrastructure that's there right now. Like that doesn't even need to be pretty. Well, it needs to be functional.
If it's ever going to move, it's going to take a lot of money to move it. It's also going to take somebody that has a plan similar to what they have now. Oklahoma and Texas has played at Jerry's World. I think everybody thought, yeah, it's nice, but there's not the fair, there's not the atmosphere, there's not the 50-yard line and all that. You can't recreate the Cotton Bowl. It's an old stadium, and I think that the environment there is spectacular. That's a good crowd for Jerry's World.
That's a great crowd for Jerry's World, yeah. I mean, we've seen Big 12 championships with less crowd than that.
All right. Back to action in Norman. 4th down. Arkansas converts. It's a big play.
This is a big test for the Oklahoma offense today, especially in the offensive line. Like, are you good or do you have the ability to be great? Like, I think they're good enough. We have to find out if they're going to be an asset to this football team or not, because they're going to be needed at the end of the day. I think we've recognized the fact that the Big 12 is better than a lot of people expected. And I think that, you know, to win in this league, you got to have some dudes up front that are getting the job done at a high level.
It's a nice pass to Eric Gray out of the backfield and then followed up by a pretty decent rush. All right, we want to hear from you. We want to interact with you. So if we have any of that, let us know, Sam. Also, we got to talk about the Fan Shop. Fan Shop is a great place, fanshop.com, where every month they will send you a brand new T-shirt. Very simple to go through the process to subscribe. And you got a 15% discount code if you enter GD15, GameDay 15, and you'll get a great discount. We're going to give away some subscriptions for the entire year. And so it just shows up on your front porch, low price each month. And it's a really cool situation. So that's one of the OU T-shirts from the last month. So it's a great gift for somebody if you want to do it for yourself. Arkansas about to give themselves a gift of a touchdown.
Jay says he likes the Mark and Sam combo so far. Good job, fellas. Darren Miller says a Mart for Heisman. I don't know what that means.
A-Mart?
A-Mart?
Don't know.
Oh, Aaron Martinez for Heisman.
Okay.
A-Mart for Heisman. Kevin James says go Pokes, and Kelly says love when Sam Mayes is on. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. People like me.
That's good.
I didn't know it. People really like you.
Like, I don't know what's going on in this A&M game. They got somebody running down the field.
You can always tell when dudes don't necessarily have the ball in their hand. That looked like one of them.
The L leaders are going nuts. It's a fumble return and a score.
Oklahoma with the punt here.
That was a really good deke by the K-State punt
Had
returner.
me looking for it. Absolutely. Like, I'm thinking, where's that ball at? And it sure as heck was behind him. I love the vibe that Coach Kleiman gave me this week in his press conference. I love good coaches, man. Good coaches that love football and guys that are just, he's obsessed with the game and the analytics of it, the X's and O's of it. And you could tell that he has spent a lot of time assessing Venables. And you could tell that he very much likes beating Oklahoma. Like, everybody look, they're the standard. They'll use the standard in the Big 12, no question. And one of the best brands in all of college football. So everybody wants to beat OU, but Kleiman likes it. Like, he's very much like, yeah, we're going to go get these dudes. That's why he's won 3 games in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And so when you hear him talking about it, he's got this like old Les Miles, rub his hands together type of vibe to him. So which is cool. So I mean, great game. I think Campus State is going to offer us one today. I'll be Venables and Lebby adjust here offensively. They got to get something going. Right. The last thing we want to do is find themselves, in a situation when that team's starting to lose confidence. They haven't really been pressed this year yet. And they answered, good Lord, they answered the call when Nebraska scored first, right? I mean, that was a hell of an answer.
This kind you of a Les Miles, a sane Les Miles?
He reminds me of, he doesn't have the bravado that Les does, but Les loved the game. He loved football. Like, and it just radiated off it. So Les would he's excited about game plans. He's excited to talk to us on a Sunday, for the next week's game plan. And Kleiman just gives me that vibe that he gets giddy about football. And it's always easier to play for coaches like that. Like, they make you love the game.
It's interesting that Kleiman won all of the championships at North Dakota State, and Lance Leipold won titles at Wisconsin Whitewater, and both those guys are having some success in Kansas.
Right.
Leipold may be having more success in Kleiman right now.
Ooh,
I don't know. I
man.
mean, he's a really, really hot name from winning 4 games so far this season.
I'm drinking the Bricktown Brewery Blueberry Ale.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well, you left a blueberry in there, though.
I know. I'll get it. That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Good food here. We got some cheese curds and some shrimp.
Some boom boom shrimp. The girls are here.
Yeah.
Tiffany and Brittany are here. They didn't want to be on camera. They definitely would have been better for the aesthetic than we are.
They could perhaps do the halftime show.
Dustin Sutton, always a good day when Texas loses. Sir, I would agree with that. I will forever hold a grudge against the Texas Longhorns.
There are 2 A&M players down on the field after that return. That's insane. All right, second possession.
I don't know where Kansas State finds interior offensive linemen like that, but what the technique that they play with up front is exceptional. And this is not Dickey. Dickey's down in Stillwater doing what he does. I don't even know who this offensive line coach is. It's just like they just find a way. They always have 5 dudes up front that are just tough. They've got great technique, great footwork, great hand placement. They're hard to deal with.
It's really been such a conservative offense so far. But if you can run for 7 yards on a first down, it makes it a lot easier to get a third down play. Caught the pass.
I can't believe it. And you know, I never, you know, we were always the underdog. Even when we were really good, we were the underdog. So, like, what is it like to be OU where everybody plays their best brand of football when they play you? Like Martinez, come on. He just took a shot to the face, delivered that ball. Like, this is their Super Bowl.
Well, that was a great pass.
Great pass.
Again, they're throwing it with a lot more ease than they had before.
Look at this kid. That's Kansas State football. Now, what happens now with 2 completions? Now Kansas State, if they wanted to, can run the ball 6 times in a row.
Well, as long as they keep doing this on first down, they're going to be in great shape.
Absolutely.
That's the difference in football. They've not had success on first down enough in the last 2 or 3 weeks to be able to be in good situations to try to succeed on third down. Look at this. Deuce Vaughn's his jersey's already messed up.
Tulane, I mean, that dude had less than 100 yards against Tulane, right?
He did. That was the first time he'd been held under 100 yards in the last 8 games, and without a touchdown as well.
Just guys running wide open.
That's Phillip Brooks, led the Wildcats in receiving yards last year. Adrian Martinez about to go over the 100-yard mark.
This is not
something
good.
he hadn't done all year.
And he's just throwing the hell out of the ball. I mean,
no, there's strikes.
Yes. No one else is going to get him. Perfect spirals. Four-man front tonight for Oklahoma.
We have a timeout.
What do you think of the new helmets?
Yeah, that's odd. What is? It's just it's a crease in the helmet. It's not necessarily an alteration to the Willie Wildcat. Last week they went with throwback helmets and didn't do so well.
Yeah, I'm talking about like just the new design of them, like the concussion proof, like everything's so aerodynamic, and every year that changes. I'll never forget, they gave me a Revolution helmet. That was the first generation away from the Rydell, right? So my helmet that I played with my whole life weighed 8 pounds.
Yeah,
I love that sucker. My senior year, walk to my locker for the first day of pads, and they're like, "Hey, we got you a new helmet." I put that thing, it weighed 2.5 pounds. I'm like, this isn't safe. I went down, I made contact one time. It sounded funny. I said, "You all better go get my Rydell out of that place." These kids now, these helmets are crazy. You got to love the numbers, though. Like, all the things they've done to football. There's less head injuries and less concussions. And, it's all
with the shells.
Practice with the shells on. It's coming along nicely. And I'm showing a little grit.
Yeah, they are. No, they're in a lot better shape here than they were 15 minutes ago. I mean, that a 95-yard scoop and score changes things pretty quickly.
Okie 405 says, "What the hell is happening?" Well, sir,
big stop in the A&M game. What is happening is, well, I think, listen, this is a theme that we're going to be able to follow all year long. The Big 12 is going to have games.
Yep.
And every week you're going to have to show up to play. It's not the Big 12 of 2018 or 2017 where there's some easy weeks. A lot of good coaches in this league, a lot more focus on defense.
Yep. Yeah, a lot. Yes, 100%.
You watch the KU offensive scheme. It's fantastic.
It is. These kids, thank you so much. I appreciate that. What was your name again?
Courtney.
This is Courtney. Wave, Courtney.
Hi.
Yeah, you'll see Courtney quite a bit as we have a lot of football to watch, and I'm drinking a lot of beer tonight.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Drink some beers with us.
Absolutely, yeah. Y'all have some beers with us. You can come out here to Remington Park and hang out with us. Drink some beers at home.
No, more than welcome to come to Bricktown Brewery. And tomorrow's a big day here at Remington as well.
Yeah, Oklahoma Derby. Is that what it's called?
That's right.
Yeah. Are you coming back up?
Derby Day? Yeah.
All right.
I'll be here tomorrow. You want me to handicap the second race for you here?
Absolutely.
Okay. I like the 4.
You like the
Some of the
4?
odds on the 4 scratched.
4 scratched.
That means he's not going to be in the money. That was a pretty quick handicapping of the race. I didn't see who gets scratched or not. Shirley's Temple is the 2-1 favorite morning line now, 3-5.
A lot of patience too with this Kansas State offense.
Well, especially if they had the lead.
Yeah.
Things.
Oh yeah, they're going. Let me tell you, they score here, they're going to do nothing but squat on this thing as long as they can.
If they're betting the 2 that much here in this race, I think the 2's chances are pretty good.
Should I be relaying this to my runner over there?
No, you don't need to. No, these are just my opinions.
Yeah, but like I like to make money.
Well, maybe we'll see what happens.
Okay.
There's a nice
touchdown.
pass. That's a touchdown.
Whoa.
Slant route.
Whoa. Kansas State up
14-0.
5 minutes to go in the first quarter. This is the part where I feel like, and I know OU fans are not going to like hearing this, but this is the part where that stadium gets real weak. Real weak.
I don't think they'll like hearing that, but I think it's the truth.
Like they got to step that game up big time. Like that's a super educated fan base, and I get it. You're down 14 points, but the next third down that defense is out in the field for needs to be shaking off the foundation. Like you got to have an impact here on these games. Home field advantage. Vegas says it's worth 3 points. I get that, but to me, that's worth every bit of 7 to 10 points when you do it the right way.
No, I think that's 100% right. Here goes A&M trying to get into field goal range. All right. While we take this time out, I will be making a wager on this next race. We'll see how we do.
All right. Sounds good.
Right. You want me to make we'll do it. Let's do a little pool here.
Okay.
We'll see. We're going to invest. We'll invest $12 in an exacta, and we'll see if we make some money.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. Mark off to bet the race, the ponies. Don, it's nice to see you at the fair also, sir. And Doyen? Am I saying that right? You are 100% right. The line of scrimmage is everything. And it's the least watched thing on the game. Like when you're watching it on TV, people don't pay any attention. I was just talking to my nephew about this today. He plays down in Texas. He's just, a little kid. He's out there just trying to figure it out, plays on the defensive side. And I told him to turn to the Kansas game to just watch the offensive line because it tells you so much about what's going to happen with the offense. You can read the offensive line well, then you predict what the offense is going to do. And when you're winning on the line of scrimmage like Kansas State is right now, you could do whatever you want to. You don't need to have, star players or, big time quarterbacks or, Adrian Peterson in the backfield. You win, you're blocking well. It takes 4 yards. That's it. Right? You need to run, you need to move the ball 4 yards a play. And that guarantees you a first down. That's it. Like if you play for the 4 yards, that's what Kansas State does, which what makes them so difficult to deal with. They're playing the slow game. I'm going to drink a lot of beer today. It's going to be awesome. This is why you love the internet. No restrictions. I could say whatever I want. Shout out to Cisco for getting this all set up. He was down there at Campus Corner. Shout out to Jim and Al for doing a great job. Sports Animal team is fantastic. No better coverage in the state. Sam, best athlete you played with was probably, oh God, that's a tough question. I played with some real greats, Rashawn Woods and Tatum Bell. Prentice Elliott sticks out to me because he was a freak. Paul Duren, Dale City kid, was incredible at the linebacker spot. Kevin Williams was a top 10 pick. All those dudes are great. My 2002 team was just honored in Stillwater. a couple weekends ago, and it was fantastic. But by far the best player I ever played against was Justin Smith, played defensive end for Missouri. I was a redshirt freshman. Jason Russell was starting right tackle Oklahoma State. He went down with an injury, and so I had to step in off the bench and come in and play. Well, Justin Smith was a top 10 draft pick from Missouri that year. He broke a couple of my ribs, a couple of my fingers. I gave him 3 sacks and 2 tackles for a loss. It's the first time after a football game that I had ever cried. Like, it was the biggest beating I ever taken in my life. And, I will always be thankful for Justin because he took the time after the game to wait for me to come up the ramp. And he explained, he said, "You're young and I'm old and I'm experienced, and this is the kind of player that I am. Don't lose faith. Like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good at this one day." And man, looking back at 40 years old, I'm so thankful for him doing that because it really it helped me kind of take the beating a little better. This kid the Kansas State, the Kansas State defensive tackle has broken his face mask. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a broken face mask like that. 92 has broken. Look at his face mask. I've never seen anybody break a face mask like that before.
Media days.
Huggins has broken his. They have to give him a new hat.
That's nuts. I don't know. You get pushed back so far.
I don't even know. That's where that's. Wow.
Yeah, his accuracy.
Wow.
A little bit in question, right?
Derek Rodgers, go for it, Sam. I'm drinking one with you, brother. Cheers. Cheers to Derek. And we should start taking shots with the listeners.
What, you mean in the fourth quarter? You mean in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, fourth quarter shots is what we're going to start doing. That's awesome.
Okay, we have a 1, 2, 3 exacta box. Let's see if we can put some races together here.
Oh, he's punting again. This is crazy. This is crazy. And no sign to stopping them.
No. Nothing so far. Really, I don't know. What's worse, offense or defense?
Right.
It's a really good punt.
Excellent punt. No chance of return. The problem with this, y'all, is Kleiman is a second half coach. Kansas State's motto is let's survive the first half. Right? Let's see what happens, survive the first half, keep it within 7 to 10 points, give ourselves an opportunity to go make some adjustments. So they're typically better after halftime scheme-wise. So you're telling me it's 14-0 now, and they've essentially had the ball the entire – this is the worst case scenario.
I think the key is what is going on first down. If Kansas State's having a lot of success on first down, then that's a
100%.
That's really big.
And they're just letting the kid throw the ball down the field. I hate those good helmets. It looks like it's missing something.
They got some different aerodynamics. There's another misdirection play. Wow. That's a great tackle.
I'll tell you what, when OU gets there, they get there. There's no doubt. They make tackles when they get there. They're not missing a bunch of, we have our arms wrapped around you and we can't bring you down to the ground.
That was just a great open field tackle.
Jason Porter says fourth quarter shots are on. Oh. This is Martinez, 7th year in college.
It's a long time.
He's been there a long time. He's not going to make a ton of mistakes, like throwing that ball in the coverage.
Well, good news is we did hit the exacta, not with the horse that we thought with the 1, but we did hit with the 3. So we've got a little pool going that we can carry forward here throughout the race.
Nice. Should I be having my runner run up there with you to place bets?
I don't think so. No. If we get a good tip, then we'll let you know.
Okay.
There we go. Got a tip line of scrimmage. And OU's defense gets a stop.
All right, finally.
It's going to even out here a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. You got to still be able to throw the ball down the field. That's got to happen.
Yeah.
All right, I get to turn off my side light here.
First forced punt of the day.
There we go.
Boy, you got a big break there.
Oh, ball's out.
Maybe not yet.
Look at the cheerleaders in the background.
Boy, field position is just OU's been backed up.
Bro, the Canic kid is 18 years old.
Yeah, he's good.
Look at him. Like, that's what Teddy looked like as a senior. He looks like he's 18 years old.
No, he belongs.
He 100% belongs.
OU's going to get out of this mess a little bit there with the interference on the catch.
Kelly, Kelly Curtin says, would love to have this interaction with you during an OSU game. Kelly, we'll always do OU. And when we have the ability to do OSU, and we will do that also. Tonight, we'll do quite a bit of that USC game after this one too. It's like, we're going to do that. I mean, we're going to spend our Saturdays on live with you guys. That's the plan. So yeah, you're going to get some Oklahoma State. I can't wait till next week with Baylor. I'm a little bit nervous because they had that bye week. They had the bye week in a weird time, and they didn't need a bye week. And the last team they played against didn't have a heartbeat, let alone anybody out there that can physically test them. So I'm a little bit concerned because Baylor put the work on Iowa State today. And so that's going to be a tough one. Is it in Waco?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Waco. That's going to be a tough game for OSU to win on the road.
Well, we'll have game times here coming up pretty soon.
Nice.
No, exactly. Yeah, TCU won. Who Oklahoma plays next week? TCU won today, a big game against SMU.
And they scored them, right?
Well,
they can score. It's going to take me a lot of time. Like, I'm still, even after 3 games, watching Dylan Gabriel throw the ball left-handed. It's still weird to me. Like, just, watching his hips turn and how he releases the ball.
A lot of successful left-handed quarterbacks.
Ton of them. He's got all day.
Time, yeah.
There you go. Here we go.
Well, I don't think they're getting him.
Touchdown. That's great. Touchdown Sooners. That's big time. Oh, yeah, Kelly, you should be definitely nervous for me during OSU games because I'll lose my ever-loving mind. I can't take it.
They spent a lot of time trying to fix the lights, which is a new thing. I'm really concerned my parents trying to figure out why they were turning the lights off at the game.
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan of turning the lights off at the celebration?
I'm a fan watching.
Yeah.
But I'm in a crowd with 80,000 people. I don't want it to be dark.
Guy was killing that Ultra. That's expensive beer.
Especially when you got bits and pieces that look like mine. People might be grabbing them. I don't want to be groped in public. I mean, come on.
Well, we thought it was going to be a low-scoring game. It's not a low-scoring game. Not for the first quarter. Already 21 points. Getting up there close to the total.
Wanya Morris has come a long ways, and you're really starting to see Harrison look like the player he was supposed to be a year ago. BMO doing a good job with that group. They're going to be better here in 2 weeks. The thing that, it's almost a 4 or 5 week process with offensive lines today, like to get them where they need to be. And I really do feel like that group is coming along nicely. Tackles in particular stick out to me.
Crowd likes it. Halftime of the A&M game, it's 14-13. Arkansas has the lead, but A&M scored the last 13 points, so making it a lot closer. Sure. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a lot of momentum change with that penalty on the interference with the kick.
Yes.
That would put OU at the 3-yard line, and instead it got him out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's a significant difference.
Plus minus, and then 3 plays, 70 yards. That was big.
As an offensive lineman, the worst thing in the world is getting out in the field inside the 5-yard line. Like, it's like there's 4 plays that we can run here, and the chances of getting out of here and not having a punt are slim to none. That's a huge, huge break for Oklahoma.
Well, and also think about it this way: is it's now 14-7. You take some more time off the clock and have to punt from pinned up against your own end zone. And so those are the kind of plays that make college football what it is you've got, it's not just, hey, one team's better. And so that's how the entire game goes. So Big momentum shift for OU right there.
I'll be honest with you. I'm impressed with Venables and who he is in the sidelines. You didn't know what to expect out of him. I thought he might be a little crazier than what it is. There you go.
Well, I think you absolutely have to understand what your role is as a head coach.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing about this is he's waited this long to do it. That's a big play.
Derek Rodgers, daily listener. I appreciate you guys a lot. Mark and my dad is a longtime teacher in Blackwell.
Oh, sweet.
And I guess he knows your dad from many years ago. Small world, buddy. Thanks for listening, Derek. Appreciate it, buddy.
Well, who's his dad?
Who's your dad, Derek? Dayan says Kansas State's taking a lot more shots downfield than they did. And the good Lord, what was that?
Well, that was a ball kind of thrown up in the air. Billy Bowman was right there, but it was good defense by the receiver. Malik Knowles made a good play. That would have been an interception.
Dayan, I completely agree with you. And the reality is it's the only way that Kansas State could win. Like, you can't show up to Oklahoma and be so conservative and just play phone booth football against the team because they'll eat you up. You've got to make them respect your passing game. And so, like Mark was saying earlier today, what they're doing on first down is really causing some issues for the Oklahoma defense. They're making them have to respect the pass, which is not what you expect out of this Kansas State team. Martinez is not what I would call a threat at the quarterback position. So, yeah, the game plan is excellent. And look, you can have a plan as a coach. Every coach does, but your players executing it is key. And so Martinez has been on. I mean, some darts today, which is making Venables and Roof have to, make sure they're respecting the passing game, which is allowing them to have this success in the run game. Like, it's really the only thing they could do.
Well, the defense has bounced back here because it's got Kansas State in a third and long situation, and that is absolutely not the place they want to be.
Michael Rodgers, fifth grade teacher for probably 20 years or so. He says, we got to get a stop here. We agree. Got to get a stop.
Well, I've been out of the fifth grade for more than 20 years.
You look like it.
Thank you. They didn't card me.
All right. Getting the ball back.
Tell you what, big improvement for OU this year, special teams.
Yeah, oh yeah. Attention to detail.
Well, with Mims, it gives you a chance to make a play. Lincoln Riley, his philosophy was on kickoffs a year ago, we don't return any of them.
Right.
We can get a hold, we could have a fumble. And so when a team kicks off, we'll fair catch it inside the 20, 25-yard line. We'll get on the 25 every time. Let's start from the 25. Let me run my offense.
Right. And I'm sure there's some analytics that back that up.
There are.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is,
you don't make a mistake. Oh, he's got a little trickery going here. And tell you what, that worked out better than they would have hoped, I think.
There's a toughness about this team that it comes through the television, right? You can just see the difference and who they are mentality wise and kind of what they've experienced throughout the summer. Like, Schmitty's written all over this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just the way this team plays.
Well, how about being physical in practice?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just tackling. A little bit out of a hole there as well. What's going to happen tonight in the USC Oregon State game?
You like Oregon State straight up?
I mean, I won't lie. I'll be rooting for that probably.
Give me chaos. Give me Lincoln Riley winning that. I want to see him win the Pac-12 with USC. Like, I'm a believer in brands, and I think that college football is better when the Buckeyes and the Wolverines and Bama and USC. Give me the four corners of the continent. Like, I want to see all areas represented. I'd love to see USC get themselves into a semifinal against Oklahoma, which would be the greatest college football game of all time.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be that. It could be a bowl game.
Yeah, a bowl game
So-
against OU would be great.
Some interest is that Julius Brent's preseason All Big 12 cornerback. I think
Yep.
he only had 40 passes defended last year. So in the first 3 games for OU, Marvin Mims is always open.
Yes.
Always open. He wasn't open on that play.
Yeah.
So it was good defense, and it shows you what a good corner can do against Mims. Trying to go back to Mims.
God,
again
he
there.
just missed that dude. Stoops just wide the hell open.
He was looking at Mims.
He's just wide the hell open. I think he threw that at Drake.
You think he was throwing that to Drake?
I think he was throwing that to Drake.
Oh my!
Look
gosh.
at this. That was
Yeah,
to Drake, dude. Or was it? Or did he just get confused in the middle of it?
I don't know what happened.
This is what we're talking about here. Like, you know, I think that Gabriel is absolutely a serviceable quarterback. I think the kid has got some Division I talent for sure. But it's plays like that. It's like, no, you got even Caleb Williams last year as a true freshman who had some moments where he had the yips is making that throw. You know what I mean? You got to make that throw.
Phillip Brooks on the return there. Fair catches it inside the 5. I would think that ball is going to go into the end zone. So Oklahoma's got another break here on special teams. Yeah. Stoops put a move on that guy.
Absolutely. I love him.
Little
Drake is
dip
one of my
in, dip
favorite.
out.
Dude, he's one of my favorite players to watch in the country.
He's massively underrated
100%.
because he was a walk-on and people don't think about him. And Lincoln Riley recruited so many really good receivers, and some of them panned out and some of them didn't. And other ones left with him to go to USC. But that was, but you know, Drake's going to be there all the time playing good football. And listen, he spent a lot of time working on his craft and things like that. He's worked out with Danny Amendola in the offseason, and he takes football seriously. He's not just there because his dad was a coach.
Right.
Yeah, I think he wants to play in the NFL and, you know, continue playing football.
Yeah, he's impressive. I saw him for the first time in Southmore, and I was like, this kid stick jumps off the page. Like, you can really tell, you know, that he not only does he have a high football acumen, he's a coach's son, but just tough as nails. You know, he's very, very much a Youngstown boy, even though he didn't grow up there.
Man, they overloaded me with blueberries here.
Jason Porter says definitely some accuracy problems. We can't make throws like that in close games and expect to win.
There's going to be a lot of close games.
Derek Rodgers is Martinez a senior. I feel like this is K-State's game plan for the past 4 years. QB tears us up with his very frustrating. So Martinez was a Nebraska transfer from last year. That's
Right.
where you remember him last year was at Nebraska. This has got to be his final year though, right?
Right.
Yeah. And so he's probably a 6-year guy with that COVID year is what I'm guessing.
No, it's a 5. I think it's 5.
Okay.
He might have a 6th year with COVID,
Okay.
but
I thought
He's
he
a
was in the same boat as
well,
Sanders.
he's a
is.
graduate, so he could transfer.
Okay.
Don't make me break my computer out for all this. 'Cause I will.
Shout out to the guys at Campus Corner. Got some people walking around there. I love this live stream stuff. This is pretty cool.
Looked like it might rain all day in Norman.
It did. It looked like it was going to rain up in Edmond, too.
Didn't rain in Edmond?
It did a little bit. A little rain in Edmond. Oh, there's
Coach
the king.
Switzer.
I can't
Jackson.
get enough of Barry Switzer, man. Listen to him talk about football all day long.
Coach has had a busy week. He was at the Bellamy Brothers concert on Thursday.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? It's a pretty good song. Coach is a big music fan.
You see the size of that hole? What are they saying here? Ball start?
Moving back to the 2.5.
The movement that the interior, the strength of the Oklahoma defensive line is the edges, right? Grinds and downs are the real deal, and they're babies still. Like they've got another 2 years to really kind of grow into what they are.
Grimes was one of the best defensive recruits that Lincoln had.
Like he's there. That kid can play. The guys in the defensive tackle spot got to get more out of Redmond. I'd love to see get more out of that kid. Jeffries, is it Jeffries? Jefferson. Yeah, I'd like to get more out
Johnson,
of him too.
The TCU or the
yeah, that's it. Yeah, Jeffrey Johnson. Yeah.
That was a great move on the edge to turn the running back in just for a moment to buy some time, and then he got some support from the corner and the outside linebacker. That was Ethan Downs on that side. Downs dropping pass coverage there. It's a good safety valve.
That's all they could do.
That's really good defense right there.
That's very good defense.
You're not stopping them. You're not getting a safety. You're not getting a sack. You're forcing them to dump it down to Deuce Vaughn, which is a really good option for Kansas State, but there was plenty of support there to come up to make the tackle.
Big third down here. Doyen says, I feel like Nebraska has had a QB named Martinez for the last 10, 15 years. They have. The other one, I think the brother played there.
Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor Martinez. So you are correct, sir. You've gotten a couple of generations of Martinez. I don't even know if they're related.
They're brothers.
They are? Okay.
Yeah. Jaden Davis coming on the blitz.
Oh, no.
Is that going to be interference?
Whoa. That was a huge play by Deshaun White. I thought that was going to be a reception and a backbreaker.
Well, this is the kind of pressure that I like to see OU bring, because in the past, a lot of times it'd be delayed pressure,
right?
A read, and really the guy just run himself out of the play. That's not bad defense, and that's, wow.
Can we talk about the ball? Close. Martinez is out there throwing the hell out of the football. Like, that's the best throw he could have possibly, it's the only throw he could have made there, and he sure as hell made it. Like, they got to start hitting that kid. You have to get pressure on him, make him uncomfortable, because right now, even under pressure, he threw that ball perfectly.
Well, they were making him uncomfortable on that play. I mean, they came after him and made him at least roll out of the pocket.
Look at old Brent Venables.
Those are the shoulder pads that we had, Sam, when I played.
Back in the day?
Yep, back in the day.
The older I got, Mark, the smaller I tried to wear kicker pads my senior year. My coach was like, no.
You're ahead of your time.
Give me the small pads.
Everybody had the big pads.
I had some receiver pads that were great.
Big shoulder pads.
Receiver pads, receiver gloves.
Hip pads. Hip pads are a thing of the past. No one uses those anymore. OU's winning the field position war. And it was not that way a few minutes ago. Again, this game's 14-0. OU potentially is on the 3-yard line. And a penalty moves them out to the 30. 3 plays later, they're in the end zone. We got a whole different game. See, this is interesting to me. What's going on right there is we talked about being a head coach. Brent's over there with the defensive guys, and he's going over adjustments and assignments and things like that. There can be some good there. There can also be some bad there.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And there's a balance to it all. You have those images of Mike Gundy. Remember him back towards the field, clipboard out.
And I didn't like that at all. I thought on this play for OU picking up the 3rd down, Gabriel executed a pretty good fake. Quarterbacks that execute good fakes really help the offense.
100%.
Got the eyes away from the running back, and that was big-time move by Gabriel.
He's just mobile enough. That's a catch. Touchdown.
Marvin Mims, dude, is tough to cover.
Beautiful. Don't hurt yourself now. Beautiful. I hate the lights.
Lights out.
I hate that. I hate it as a player. I hate it for the players. I think it's probably cool for the fans. That's freaking weird. Look at that.
I haven't been in the stadium when they've done it. I can't tell you.
It's weird just watching it on TV. Mims is the real deal. He just ran past that kid. That ball was perfect. Gabriel's such an interesting quarterback. Moments of, oh, crap, are you seeing what we're seeing? And then moments like that where, he just lined up and just fired that sucker down the field.
Well, and one thing to note is that is not Julius Brents on the defense. So Oklahoma got him lined up on the opposite corner.
The matchup there.
Not necessarily, he's not a bad player, but he's got a couple of interceptions this year. But that's a good read by the quarterback and a good call by the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You got to find those matchups, and that is one of them for sure.
All right, we got some comments.
Derek says, I've been stuck in the house 4 days with COVID, just happy to interact with some people. I'm assuming that this is new with the live stream. Your guys' take on what Wake Forest and Clemson game?
Wake Forest got a good offense. Sam Hartman's
yeah.
a really good quarterback. It surprised me that Clemson's defense allowed that many points. And it was a good game. It was back and forth. Clemson got out to an early lead. Uiagalelei looked good today. I think, to me, Clemson is a little bit notch below where most people's expectations are for that program. This is not 2017 Clemson to me.
I agree with you. I would say that the performance out of Uiagalelei today really kind of maybe reinvigorated my faith that they're going to be able to get to a high level this year.
Right.
I mean, that defensive line is still legit. That defensive, secondary is still legit. They got NFL players all over the field. Their offensive line is interesting. I think it's going to struggle for them to get some of those guys in there that are helping them just move the rock. But if that kid at the quarterback spot, if Uiagalelei keeps playing the way that he is, Clemson will find themselves in a position to get to a semifinal game based off of just who the ACC is. And then once you get into that moment, then it's just all about who the athletes that you bring to the table.
Well, I don't know who's good in the ACC. I don't.
Right. Duke looked pretty good today.
Duke's not bad, but I don't think they're the best team in the ACC.
No, I don't think they are. I mean, Miami's not.
No. Miami's.
It's Clemson
twice.
And then what did UNC do today?
They got killed by Notre Dame.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That was one of my locks.
Defense is.
I felt good about that. Yeah, but didn't the backup quarterback for Notre Dame play? Or is that kid back?
I got some bad intel. I only know the score.
I got some bad intel.
I just don't think there's a real good. Well, to be fair, NC State is undefeated. They beat Tech last week. NC State and Clemson play next week, so that'll give us a lot of pressure about what's going on in the ACC. I don't know that conference is going to produce. Put it this way, unless you're a great team. If you put a team from the SEC in the ACC, I think a light schedule will get you there. But a team is going to have to emerge. Is going to be able to win every week, which is the hard part about going undefeated. You're going to get flat. You'll get caught by somebody that's here. So you can't just say a team's going to go someplace because they got an easy schedule.
Agreed.
It usually doesn't work that way. So a 4-play scoring drive, a 3-play scoring drive. Marvin Mims is a pretty nice weapon to have.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good, like a consensus All-American. I mean, he's one of the best receivers in the country. NFL draft pick, catches the ball with his hands, great in space, runs great routes.
A&M's got themselves a nice play. I thought for a second that his upper body and his lower body were separated. What?
That was an incredible hit. Like, I can't believe that kid got up from that. That was shocking when he got hit like that.
He's a tall guy. It looked like somebody separated his body at the waist.
That kid came in out of nowhere.
You see the way his legs moved?
Yeah, just dropped him on his head.
Look at this.
Ow. Dude, there were some hits in that Kansas game this morning that were also like, holy crap. Y'all look good. Big time return here. Did we just miss the kicker make the he did. Wow. We talked about special teams this week coming into this game. Kansas State, one of those teams in the country that puts a big emphasis on their special teams. Their starters play special teams, and that matters. Like, typically when you get good teams, the guys that are playing special teams are your second team, your backup players. You don't have your star athletes out there. Kansas State's like, no, you're going to play special teams. Like, if you are one of their better players, you will be on special teams, and it really, truly does make the difference. Blocking, tackling, the whole 9 yards. Coming into the game. Like, if someone said you got OU and on offense and defense, the special teams battle, I would expect to be won by Kansas State. And OU has put a bigger emphasis on special teams.
That's what I mean. OU just started to try to play special teams.
Yeah.
We here. So we had 1, 2, 3 last time. How about 2, 3, 4 this time?
2, 3, 4.
Okay, we got a prop.
What race is this?
Third race.
Okay. All right. It will be it's Oklahoma Derby Days tomorrow here at Remington Park. It's going to be an awesome time. If you haven't been out here for the races, you need to check it out. It's a pretty cool atmosphere. We're here in the Bricktown Brewery right now. And down here, you can see this is the racetrack. They got the big screen back there. You get to find out all the information that you need. Mark he's got the book laid out here on the table. He's going to place a bet for us right now. A&M just scored a touchdown. Lots going. TV's all over the place. Bricktown Brewery is awesome. The beer is great. The food is excellent. It's good stuff. Deuce Vaughn is getting it done. That size, they're hard to see in the backfield. He hits the hole. He's very, very patient. He's got a great first move, great first step. Adrian Martinez, 8 for 13, 99 yards, and 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions right now. That right there is the story of the game and why it's tied 14-14. Randy McDaniel, kind of what we've seen in the previous week, scripted out of the gate. Offenses are getting us early, and then game plans take over for Coach V. Still a little concerned considering if we play against a highly explosive offense that can keep scoring when we're playing catch up. Yeah, I mean, there has been some early success for some of the OU opponents this year. I won't knock you on that.
What's it called?
He says Randy McDaniel on the stream here says that it's kind of the same thing that's happened this season. Some early success from teams scripted out of the gate. Offenses are getting us early, and then game plans take over for Coach V. Still a little concerned considering if we play against a highly explosive offense that can keep scoring when we're playing catch up.
I don't know. That's interesting. I respect Kansas State's offense more than as well as they've played so far this year.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, not every game is the same, and Kansas State's playing well on offense tonight.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with the
Martinez
defense.
Martinez is 8 for 13 for 100 yards and a touchdown. Like that right there is why Kansas State is doing as well as they are and why they're running the ball successfully. That's a great play. 4 yards.
We're just going to take them what they're giving them.
That's it. Like Kansas State's motto, 4 yards in a cloud of dust. That's just it. Whether it's through the air or on the ground, all we got to do is get 4 yards, and that gives us the first down. You get 4 yards every time you do something with the football, you win games. And their defense is just good enough. Like they're going to be a headache for every team they play this season. This is a great drive for them.
Good pressure, good play.
Yeah. The pocket is good for Oklahoma or for Kansas State. And Martinez is athletic enough. Like if I had to choose between the two quarterbacks as far as the wheels, Martinez is better on the ground, I feel like, than Gabriel. A lot of patience here. He looks down the field, takes off, gets what he can. And this is when you know you guys are getting old. Check that slide out. Because 2 years ago, that dude was taking hits to the teeth. He was absolutely the same thing with Sanders, Richard Sanders.
You know, he's smart enough to know what to do.
Chris Overstreet says his thoughts on the Texas loss. Yikes.
Surprising to me.
Yeah, I would agree to that. And it's almost, it's one of those games that
I thought they were too conservative today.
I agree. And it's like you got up and you guys kind of laid down. I don't know. I mean, not necessarily laid down. You just thought you had it in the bag. And like Tech was going to not fight, which that to me is insanity. You know what Lubbock is and what they bring to the table.
Here we go, Mike. What do we got back here? And we're gonna.
Oh, you're watching it up there.
Going. Yeah. Oh, come on, 4. Hold on.
There's the 4.
Danny Caldwell. Hold on, 4. Hold on, 4. The Cavalry's coming. He did. Is it 4-2? That's gonna win us some money.
I got to start betting.
We're betting.
I'm not giving you any money.
Well, we're fine. We got $29.
Okay.
And we got a potential another winner right there.
Okay, cool.
So let's see. Touchdown A&M.
I'm pretty sure that Brittany and Tiffany are drinking it as we win.
I don't think they're oblivious to anything that's going on. That's all right. It's too much to see here. I don't know. I'm hoping that the 4 was holding on. That is that's a Toby Keith horse.
The 4 is? Okay.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I think the 1 got the 4, but that's.
I think you went 4-2 here.
If it's 4-2, we win. If it's 4-1, we don't.
I think it's 4-2. I really do. Just pulling for the team. I think we got it.
Oh, have they posted unofficial results? Oh, it's 4-2.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. High five.
You see what the odds are on the 4? 16-1.
Oh, crap. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I think I want some ranch with my cheese curd here. Man, I'm not an A&M fan on anything. It's like a cult.
I'll be honest with you. I did have to go run a urinalysis earlier on the way from the betting. So I'll be happy to hold the fort down if you
held it down.
If you need to go. I'm used to the 6-minute breaks, you know.
In Tulsa, we got minute and a half breaks.
God bless our advertisers.
Yeah.
We love them.
I was saying that before we went to, we got up, Oklahoma Derby Days tomorrow here at Remington Park. Going to be a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Starting at around 3 o'clock, I think. The atmosphere out here is fantastic. Weather looks like it's going to be great.
They got all kinds of contests. I think they got $3,000 worth of prizes
Heck
for
yeah.
men and women's dress contest. So,
oh wow,
dudes
okay.
wear the bow tie and the hat. And the women wear the hats.
Are you wearing a bow tie tomorrow?
You know how fat my face looks normally? What about with a bow tie? It just
nice.
boxes it up to be. No, I will not.
Derek Rodgers, Sam, your beer's getting low, buddy. Derek, you are correct, sir.
I do own one bow tie that I can't tie. I have to call in an expert from the outside.
Oh no, I've got clips. I've got maybe not just like straight up clip-ons, but definitely some ties that are easier to get on.
The Arkansas defense looks like it is
getting torched.
Yeah.
Great quarterback sneak there.
We got a really nice ticket right there. I'm just telling you.
That's good. Yeah. Oh yes, I'll take another one. Yeah, they're telling me right now that it's getting low on the live stream.
First down goal for the Wildcats. That is not play-by-play, just an observation.
Oh, got it. Touchdown. Why is that dude not raising his hands? None of them have raised their hands yet. That's big time. Big time play by Kansas State. 21 points for them. I feel like I really feel what Kansas State is going through because I just remember, when your offense is not built to be high powered, we're not talking about 40 points for Kansas State. That's crazy. Like, y'all understand that 21 points for Kansas State in the first half of football is a crap ton of points. It's a ton of them. Like they're not built to score like that. Like, this is a problem. Going into halftime here, this is where the money is made. This is when you decide if you are a $10 million coach or a $2 million coach, because there's going to have to be some adjustments made from Oklahoma defensively. And Kleiman's going to make his adjustments also. Like, at the start of the third quarter is going to be as interesting of a beginning of a half that we've seen Oklahoma play all season long.
Max Johnson making a Dylan Gabriel type run over here, although there's a penalty.
The other thing we've got to understand here with Kansas State is these dudes are not scared, not one bit, of being in that stadium and playing this game. They've won in that stadium recently. There's guys on this roster that have won in that stadium before. Like, that whole Tiger Woods factor that Oklahoma typically has against teams doesn't exist for Kansas State.
Well, I also think there's a bounce back situation there too, right? Okay. Well, our exacta, our $12 exacta, our $2 box paid us $86.60.
Heck yeah,
it's pretty good. I can't guarantee you that we'll do that well the rest of the night.
Look, I need you to go ahead and make that happen. Every little drop in the bucket helps us.
Yeah, it's good.
What are we going to eat at halftime?
Everything on the menu is good. Big Mike's meatloaf isn't bad. I know that my man Louie, when we're here doing the show on the middle of the day, will knock out a pizza from here. So we got all kinds of stuff. I'll tell you that, again, the penalty that OU got off the goal line with and able to score their first touchdown.
Yep.
That was just about as big of a drive momentum-wise because Oklahoma had changed the game, obviously from being down 14-0 to rally 14-14. And so what we're seeing right now is a pretty big-time fight. Teams are trading blows and going right at each other.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the physical part of this game is really sticking out. Both offensive and defensive lines are out there battling. They're looking for every inch matters here. You got to love the physicality of it. The Big 12 as a whole, I've been extremely impressed with how tough this league has been throughout the beginning of this season. You know, that was something that kind of dropped off the face of the planet a little bit. 2011, 12, 13, 14. When Eric Stryker is the best defensive player in Oklahoma's team, you got a problem. Mm-hmm. And look, Stryker could play. No question that boy could play. But the fact that he was the juggernaut on the team, that's not where you need to be. There's some dudes out here playing for Oklahoma today.
We're only about 15 minutes away from the Beavers and the Trojans.
Yeah, man.
What happens when a Trojan meets a Beaver? We're going to find out about 15 minutes.
Do you feel bad?
Question.
Is that something you thought about earlier today?
No.
You're like, oh, I'm going to say this tonight.
Is it written down anywhere? Absolutely
That joke.
not.
I love it. That was fantastic.
I mean, it's right out there on the table. A&M looks a lot better in the second half.
Yeah,
I mean, they were getting blown out.
They were getting their butts kicked. Yeah. They were getting their butts kicked.
You didn't answer my question, though.
Which one?
What happens when a Trojan meets a Beaver? We're going to find out.
Well,
who do you like?
Penetration. The Trojans, you're going to take that sword and give it to them. This is too much.
So give me a pick.
I like USC to win straight up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're favored.
By what? Is it on the road?
5.5. Yeah.
Yeah. I like USC in the 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah. You're taking win this straight up.
Yes. I do.
I think the over is probably the play here.
There should be a lot of points scored.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a ton of points scored. That's a guy that I'd like to see them get the ball to a lot more. Oklahoma's Theo Weiss. Five minutes ago, first half. There you go. Nice physical run there.
That helps a little bit.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
Gaining confidence in the run game.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, they love your joke. Parker and Jason are laughing pretty good at your, yeah.
Well, if you want like more bad jokes.
I felt like it was shameless. I loved it, though.
Oh, boy. Big stop. Penalty on the Aggies. Arkansas comes with the blitz. OU's got a little bunch out here to the right. Oh, Mims.
Mims so good. Great route. Great catch of the ball.
Mims is one of those guys that in his high school career, I think he led the state of Texas all time in receiving yards. And,
wow.
Not big,
No, he's not big at all.
He's one of those guys, because he wasn't big, that he didn't look like CeeDee Lamb, so he didn't have offers from Alabama and a lot of the other schools, but he's a heck of a player. And sometimes when you're a player, you just need to look at the film and see, okay, well, this guy might be able to do this at this level too.
Right. Got him again. Is that him? No, that's Weiss.
Oh, that's Farouk.
Oh, yeah, that kid can play too. He's a true freshman?
Farouk is a redshirt
freshman?
Sophomore.
Oh, okay.
Or no, he's a true sophomore. OU's not having much problem moving the ball down the field in this defense.
The tackles row, you're doing a good job. The defensive ends for Kansas State are not bad. One of those guys is a real NFL prospect. Thank you. No, I'm still eat that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, where's she gonna move it to?
Yeah.
Good tackle. Quarterback came up and made the stop.
They're going to get right back up there and go fast. I love when Oklahoma does this. Like the tempo here matters. K-State's never going to have the depth that Oklahoma does. When you start putting tempo on a defense like this, it really starts to have an impact, especially this late in the quarter.
Well, on a 3rd and 2 play, and they didn't get it.
Oh, they did not get it. Unbelievable.
That's a good stop.
What do you do here?
I'm going to go.
At home, I'm going for the touchdown here.
Yeah, I think so. And some of this could be trying to decide if they want to keep certain personnel on the field for the defense. So, whoops. That is not going to be good for OU. I think this is going to be a field goal at this point.
That's crazy. False start, Braden Willis, the veteran.
Not sure really where he was going. He was blocking down on a play from the wide side of the field. I always remember the first time that I saw Mark Clayton. He was redshirting, and he had a high school letter jacket on, and it looked like maybe that he had a bigger brother that just handed it down to him. He weighed 155 or 160 pounds, and he's one of the best 3 or 4 receivers that's ever played at OU.
Oh, yeah. And I feel the same way about Broyles. Like, where's the rest of you?
Broyles was bigger than
Clayton?
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Yes, quite a bit.
I don't remember Mark, because didn't I play against Mark?
It would have been, I think, probably as he was,
on his way out. I was coming in.
Out.
Okay, yeah. I don't remember him as much.
He got bigger. I mean, I think the strength and conditioning program helped him out a lot. I just don't think that in high school he was a guy that lifted very many weights, and he was just always quick and fast, and that was what he was. But I would have never thought that he was going to be. I just thought maybe he was somebody's brother,
right?
That was at the OU Texas game on a recruiting visit. But no, he was a heck of a guy. Still is a heck of a guy, but was a great football player.
Dane says we're having to finesse K-State rather than beating them straight up. Kind of sad when we can't run the ball. Yeah, I mean, it's never where you want to be. You always want to feel like you can play bully ball against teams like this. The reality is we've got to understand that, the Kansas States, the Iowa States, the Oklahoma States, the Baylors, like these teams, they train also. And I get it. Oklahoma's roster is full of 4- and 5-star players, and they're better than Kansas State's and Oklahoma State's and all those teams' rosters. But it's just not. It's not the same thing as it was 20 years ago, where Oklahoma's recruiting class guaranteed a physical advantage. Those boys can play K-State. They have an identity. They know exactly what they're doing. They're very well coached, and they're tough as nails. They always have been. Like this is a marathon, not a sprint. Oklahoma needs to just continue to lean on Kansas State. Eventually, they'll break. If you keep that second half, I think the second quarter is significantly better than the first for OU. You can tell they've settled in a little bit more. It'll come. It's just going to take a little time. Like this is 100% why we talked to you about Kansas State the way we did all week long. Like I'm not going to tell you that Kansas State's going to show up to Norman and just roll over, because they're not. They're not going to ever do that.
That seems like that'd be a good comment for the game against Kent State or UTEP. This is a good football team. They've got a good defense. They're going to finish with one of the – it's going to be a top 40 defense in the country.
Did you see what Kent did today?
Yeah, they played great against
Absolutely.
Georgia. They played very well. Kept that game close, made some plays.
Derek Rodgers, I've been wondering, do you guys know if OU is still doing practices the same way, like contact, or are we hitting at practice? I feel like this has to play a big role in toughness and tackling. They're definitely hitting at practice. Venables has 100% brought back the physicality to practice for Oklahoma.
I missed a pass interference call in the A&M Arkansas game.
Bob from Cement says, my man Mark Rodgers grew a grown man's beard back in 5 hours. I saw him clean shaven not long ago. Is he on roads?
On what? Like or something?
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
There may be a chance that we read that and it's something that we shouldn't read. I don't know.
Oh,
Bob from
but hey, look, on the live stream, anything goes.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't really talked about to the boss about our language, but typically when I do anything over the internet,
yeah,
we say what we want.
You know what? I try to keep it clean.
I typically do not. I do, but I don't.
I had an incident earlier this year that had never happened to me before, but
on live radio?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I said something I shouldn't have said.
You drop an F-bomb?
Said something I shouldn't have said.
Did it get across the air?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah. We have no dump button in Tulsa.
Oh, okay.
There is no delay.
I wouldn't tell everybody that.
I told we taking calls is a real risk every single.
I'm just saying is that the station could face an FCC penalty for that.
Are we supposed to?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
you gotta have that.
The opinions and views of Sam.
There's no dump button here.
On this?
I'm just saying you can't dump that. So you can't dump that comment.
We probably need to. We have open conversations about that on the air. We need leadership.
All right, A&M. This drive has been crazy for them. They've been all over the place. Penalties, big runs, call back, passes. They got a 9-point lead. Kansas State throws a nice pass to Phillip Brooks.
Martinez is killing it tonight.
He's playing well.
Parker J says, Sam, who was the caller you said you wanted to punch through the phone a few weeks ago? Was it Aggie Dave? Funniest thing I've heard in a while. Yeah, oh yeah. Aggie Dave is punchable.
Now, did Aggie Dave, he made an ovation to you of peace, right?
Yeah, He sent me a cigar through my homeowners association president.
Aggie Dave will, from time to time, you can see him at ZT Cigars in Edmond.
Yeah.
I feel bad for saying that because his security might be, could be in jeopardy there. Aggie Dave's a good guy. He's just very passionate about the Aggies. That's all. Sometimes he's very unrealistic. I'm sure he's being happy. He's going to be happy tonight.
Martinez out here playing his tail off.
See, that's not terrible defense. There's a bunch of guys chasing him around in that.
Yeah, that's not terrible defense, and it's all that Kansas State needs. Like, that's what you got to understand here. That is literally all that Kansas State needs. Oklahoma gets in the backfield. Martinez takes a step up. He runs around a little bit, gets 4 yards. They move the chains.
We don't want to miss anything with the Trojan and the Beaver, so I may have to get up and change the
channel here in a second.
This middle TV. First down.
A touchdown here for K-State going in the half would be huge. And then the work really begins.
I think even any points.
Any points here would be big time for Kansas State. Yeah. Trojan versus Beaver. Shout out to Cisco, who's running this live stream for us. That dude is one of the hardest working people in Oklahoma. Every single week throughout the college football season, through the NBA, he's got Thunder basketball stuff going on. We appreciate you, Cisco.
Nobody cares about this because it's behind the scenes, but he's made a big difference in our station, and he's been put in a position to kind of bring us out of the old and into the new with things like this.
Yeah.
Website and stuff
He's
like
the reason
that.
I'm sitting here. I'm thankful for him, man. Definitely.
We appreciate him. And once we give him all this credit, we'll stop talking good about him for the rest of the show.
Doyen says OU is trying to make K-State beat them with the pass. Challenge accepted. Yeah, I mean, that's what you look. If you come in and ask me what the game plan is for Oklahoma, it's like, yeah, you want to force Kansas State to throw the ball down the field. And if Martinez just answers the call, well, then you have to make adjustments. Look at this. Has Kansas State run an outside zone today, or are they just deciding to run the A and B gap all day
Tell
long?
me what happened here, because, again, the defense is going to have to force some negative plays. Agwebu got blocked on that, and I think he was not in a position to come forward. He was basically catching the block there.
Kansas State is excellent at double teams in the interior. Center and both guards are very well coached. They get up to the second level. They power step up there, and their shoulders are square to the line of scrimmage. And it gives a guy like Deuce Vaughn, who now Agwebu can't see. He can't see him because the guard is in his face.
That's what makes him so good.
100%.
Yeah.
And now Deuce is like, am I going to go left or right? And if the guard's shoulders are parallel to the line of scrimmage, he has the choice. I mean, it's really unstoppable if that kid gets into the second level.
Size and strength don't always make you a great football player.
100%.
Football players can come in all different shapes and sizes. That's a big drop there. Stutzman is out there, or excuse me, yeah, Stutzman out there playing some good defense. Those small running backs can be so difficult to tackle. Again, if you're watching with us, make sure that you comment. Just say hi. Just let us know that you're around, you're watching.
Make sure to like, comment, and share.
Share.
Yeah.
I like to share.
Yeah, definitely make sure you share.
That's good defense right there. 3rd down and 4. They're going to force K-State here to a field goal. 3 points, 6 points. Huge difference. Got a big line down here at the tote. We can afford to set one out.
Set what out?
Set a race out. We're rolling to the profit.
Oh, yeah. When did you get into the ponies?
I would say at a young age.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We would go visit my grandmother in Arizona, go to Turf Paradise or come down here. She really liked that. So family's always gone to the races for a fun day. Look at the stats. 278 total yards from K-State. Half the passing yards they had in the first 3 games. OU's defense doesn't look embarrassing tonight. It's not that they.
No.
It's not terrible missed tackles or poor execution. K-State has just played well. What do you think of Willie Wildcat? It's a quality mascot.
Yeah, no, he's cool. I like him. Real simple.
Yeah.
Kansas State's got one of the best home field advantages in football, by the way.
It's a loud.
I love going to Manhattan and playing.
Young crowd. Hey, we're taking a break at half. Cisco's going to put up some shots at Campus Corner, and then we'll come back and join you guys in the 3rd quarter. Thanks for all the input so far. Continue to provide some input. If you want to come out and hang out with us at Remington Park, we'd love to see you. We are here inside the Bricktown Brewery. Big weekend for racing at Remington Park. Plenty more races tonight. We'll see kind of halftime adjustments. Sam's talked about it all week. Chris Kleiman really good at this. So that doesn't necessarily bode well for Oklahoma. Enjoy the feed, and we'll see you back here in the 3rd quarter.
We're back.
We're back. Okay, we're going to have some really, really fun in the second half, reading some of the tweets and some of the texts that we've received.
Yeah, some of the tweets. Big K on Twitter, I feel like I need to turn off this OU game. I'm not liking this. Casey Nicole says, maybe I should stop tying my emotional well-being to sports. I think there's what have we got? Oh, yeah. The pizzas are here. I'll take it. No, come on, girl. Go and put it right in front of me. There you go. There you go. Thank you. That's got to be one of the girls over here. Did you order any food?
Yeah, we got it.
Nice.
OU's off to a pretty good start in the second half. So, okay, here's one. This is from a friend of mine. I will not reveal his name, but he's probably not watching, so he won't know anyway. OU defense better come out pissed, as that was highly unimpressive performance in the first half. K-State has had all their offensive work, has had their offense work in all areas so far. Not impressed. You got to credit K-State, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, look, it's Kansas State's is it a world-beating football team? No. Is it a football team full of ink? Oh, that's throw the flag. You can't get in people's faces like that anymore, right? I thought that should have been a flag there. And I like doing that stuff. Yeah, I mean, Kansas State does a real good job. I mean, that's an excellent football program. They've got a great coach. They just don't have the same type of athletes that Oklahoma brings to the table. So we expect them to just dominate a team like this. But they're out there playing too, and they're practicing also. And Kleiman has proven over the last several years that he can get the job done at a high level. So I think everybody just needs to settle down. There's a half football to be played. That's a great play by Eric Gray there. Breaks a tackle, gets to the field, probably, 10, 12, 15-yard gain for the Sooners. So that's what you want to see. Fast start here for the Oklahoma offense early.
There's plenty of game left here. It's a nice dump off. Probably going to be holding. Let me bring this back. Oh, I love the tweets. Another one of my friends says, Trumpet is so played out. Every team, every sport is playing it. What do you think of Timmy Trumpet?
What is that?
We played it yesterday to open the show. The Trumpet, Timmy Trumpet.
Oh, yeah. No, I like that
catchy.
stuff. Yeah, heck yeah, it's
Gets you
catchy.
Yeah.
Gets you in the mood a little bit.
Right. They're still playing the Macarena. That was like 30
which is
years
also
ago.
world-class entertainment.
Definitely was played out at some point in time, but
I was never good at it.
Are you good at any dances?
The QP Shuffle.
Okay. I like to see that.
That and the electric slide.
We got
but like at the barbecue style, you get the big, big motion.
You'll have to teach me. Maybe I can aspire to get that done. We found out during the break that much like on any other pay for or unpaid for television, that we will not be able to see the trophy. It's on the Pac-12 network, and we don't have it here. We don't have it anywhere. Does anybody have the Pac-12 network?
That's crazy.
No one has the Pac-12 network.
Right. That's crazy.
Okay. What do you, as a former offensive lineman, what do you think of Jeff Lebby zipping up his whatever that is?
That pole all the way to the top?
Yeah.
It really kind of shows off the chest and the broadness of the shoulders. I think it's a good move for him.
What about the irritation of the neck?
Man, I mean, typically us offensive linemen don't have a whole lot of neck.
I don't know. I think that's, to me, a questionable call.
Jason Porter wants to know what we've ordered. We've had some chips and queso. We've had this is a pizza that just got delivered to the table. We've had some boom boom shrimp. It was really good. What do we got going on here in the sidelines? These guys got to make better decisions.
I'm trying to handicap these races to keep our exacta pot alive, which we've done very well on so far.
Yeah, Mark's killing them with the ponies.
To leave a winner. We got to started off with a $6 donation each. We've worked that up to $103 live action coming up here.
That's awesome.
Arkansas scored. It's a 2-point game there.
You get ready to snag some. You can have some of this pizza.
No, I got that. I ordered mine well done.
What did you? Oh,
same thing.
You ordered a well done pizza?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that a sign of your age?
Well,
like my grandmother used to eat a lot of stuff super well done.
Oh, I don't eat my steak that way. I just want it crispy. Good.
45-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. Man, we haven't talked about old boy.
That's how they wanted to do it. I'm not used to eating on the air. This is all new to me tonight. All of this is new.
What was it, kid? Gabe Burkich?
Gabe Burkich.
God, that's a sucky end to his career, right?
Yep.
Like, that kid was unbelievable, and then just randomly he kicked that burrito that one time and never was the same ever again. Look how I'm doing this. This is like some real chef stuff.
Like Salt Bay.
Mm-hmm. A little Parmesan action.
Looks like each team has had a possession in the Beaver Bowl, and so far, no points.
Can I just tell you how much I love that you call it the Beaver Bowl? That's also well done. Well played.
Look at John. You know what we need? We need a sideline reporter. We need somebody we can throw it to while we eat the pizza, just temporarily.
The pizza's delicious. Delicious.
It is great. You know what I'm looking forward to? Is what's going to go on down there after the game. We already had Jim try to fight somebody earlier tonight. Look at that play. Did you see this play in the A&M game? You see Max Johnson make this play?
Unbelievable. So does Traber actually fight? Like, will he get off the stage and like get in front of somebody?
No.
So like he just calls him up and then nothing happens?
No, I don't think Jim's really instigating anything that goes on down there. It's more of they're yelling at him. And then
and then he engages.
It's just like a phone call at that point.
Man. Jason Porter says he wants to be our sideline reporter.
Okay.
Brad Pitt says he's eating wings. And then
Brad Pitt?
I don't even know how to begin saying this one. Ani Zeely. Because I need a slice of that to calm my nerves on this one. Oh, yeah, no, stress eating would be recommended here. Like if you've got some sort of food that you like to eat to calm your nerves, some sort of pudding, any sort of gravy will work, fried anything. Food coma typically helps handling the stress of a football game.
Let us know, too, if you have any superstitions, if you're like changing your routine or anything.
Oh, yeah, you're flipping the hat around. You're getting butt naked in the game.
I'm not. I mean, at this point, I'm really not that concerned about OU. There's plenty of game left.
Oh, yeah, there's a ton of game left. I'm a little bit concerned just because Kansas State's kind of taking what they wanted. Like, I'll be less concerned if OU goes 3 and out, gets them off the field here. Kansas State typically does a great job making the halftime adjustments with their offense, which is crazy to me because they don't have a whole lot of offense to adjust. Like, what they are is what they are. So the fact that they come out in the second half and look like a different team at times is crazy to me.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not thinking that this game that Oklahoma is not susceptible to being upset. I just don't think that it's to the point now where you have to worry about, hey, look, this may not be turning around.
What do you mean, is Sam really 6'5"? What are you saying? Am I short? I look short on the live stream here? Yes, I'm really 6'5". That's on the insurance. That insurance measurement was more intense than the combine.
Martinez, it's good defense right there.
Yeah, he should have handed it off.
What do they need to know if you're 6'5" in the insurance?
Well, just for the, they need to know how fat I really am. Mark, has there been any late hits on Caleb Williams? Nothing worse than a dirty beaver.
We can't see it. I would love to tell you.
That's great.
I'd love to describe how dirty the beaver is, but I can't see it.
Shout out to Derek Francis. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a great swat by Redmond there. Get your hands up, knock the ball down.
The Pac-12 network describes everything about Pac-12 football in its current state. The fact that we can't see it, the fact that we can't see it in some parts of the Pac-12, all of that stuff.
Yeah, y'all want to hype up that coach and that team and USC this and that, and the nation can't see the game. That's insanity to me.
Big play, big play, big play.
3rd and 9. Look at this, like stealing.
That was a really good play.
Wow. Patience from Martinez. He's playing within the offense, playing within themselves. Like, this is what you get with veteran play for sure. Like, he's had some rocky games to start the season this year, but you can tell Kansas State really kind of easing on into who they are and what they do, and they've had some success, and they're having it again. This is a big character game for Oklahoma.
Take a look at some of the numbers on the game right now. You've got over-under of 70.5. Oklahoma -2, -125. Would you take Oklahoma to win the game right now? Would you take Kansas State?
Probably Kansas State. They just look more streamlined. Like what they're doing is what they planned on doing. You know what I mean?
Right. No, they haven't been stopped yet. Good news. Cisco, our program director, is looking out to see if there are any dirt. He's got the game on YouTube TV. No score. I'm surprised. I thought that game would have a lot of offense.
Oh, yeah. I would have told you that game is going to be 14-14 by the end of the first quarter.
USC has penetrated in deep into to Beaver territory down to go from the 20.
I'm a toddler. I'm sorry. I'm never going to not laugh at that. That's great.
Max Johnson, I don't know how he wasn't the quarterback all along at A&M.
Is he new this season?
He's a transfer from LSU.
Okay.
He was there last year. And Zach quarterback Crockett was hurt, and then would transfer to Auburn, but not playing there.
Jason, we've got on this pizza, we've got pepperoni, Canadian bacon, some sausage, and I always go with the extra cheese.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Did Max Johnson just hit the referee?
God, I used to hate referees as a player. Hated them. I told a referee recently at my daughter's parent-teacher conference, it's like our history teacher or something. He's like, I'm also a ref. I was like, I'd like to go ahead and say that I believe that 60% of holding penalties on offensive linemen are false. 60% at least.
I can see that.
Fake news. Linemen don't hold.
A&M being forced to go for a field goal here. And he missed it. Jimbo Fisher.
That game is moving very fast.
Yeah.
Right? They're well into the fourth quarter now. They didn't start at the same time, did they?
Nope.
No, this one started a little bit earlier.
Hour earlier.
Okay, hour earlier. 2nd and 9. Are you? Oh,
Good coverage.
Bro, Martinez is like that's great coverage.
Dropped it right in the bucket.
It's great coverage. But the last 2 times that we've seen him throw the ball down the field like that have been just incredible passes. I could argue against White there.
That's perfect.
He didn't turn his head one time to look for that football.
Uh-oh.
Well, races are running. We got a 1-2-5 finish.
We had 3, 5, and 6.
Oh,
big play.
Ooh.
All right, OU's forced to punt.
There you go. Has OU had an interception yet this season?
Yes, I think so.
I think so too.
I mean, they might not have to look.
Bradley Ross, no matter how this game goes, can we admit that the hype after the Nebraska game was a bit much?
My gosh.
Did you think there was a lot of hype after the Nebraska game? I mean, you got to respect the win and the fact they went in there and did what they did on the road against that team. Is that live? Oh no, that was a. But I mean, I think Nebraska is famously bad right now. It's unbelievable how poor that team is.
I think if you watched the game last week, you could tell that.
Oh yeah,
there was no defense.
Like if you left there thinking, "Oh, you're wrong. Nebraska's not very good at all."
Well, wait. So these are different people because we were being criticized for building up Kansas State on Friday.
Yeah.
So at one point in time, you're not going to get everything right in analysis, but try to say that this is a good Kansas State team with it's well coached. Just because they lost last week to Tulane, it's a big play right there for OU.
You know what? Eric Gray he's a dynamic player. He's got a great little jump cut. He's great, and when he get in the line of scrimmage, that kid can make you miss. The one thing he doesn't have is just straight line speed, right? Like you would think that he would be faster than he actually is.
Well, his yards per carry are going to.
Oh, that's a great run.
That's about as good of a run as I've seen.
That's a great run by that kid.
Yeah. The deep Trojan penetration resulted in nothing. No field goal, no touchdown. It's still 0-0. No points on the board.
Oh, that's great.
No points on the board. Oregon State has moved it back out. The shot of their own goal line. Away.
The OU offensive line, side note here, has been pretty good in pass protection against this Kansas State defensive front. And Kansas State's got some dudes that can play up front. One of the defensive ends, I can't pronounce the kid's name, is NFL prospect. What is it?
Uzama?
Uzama, yeah, he can play. So the fact the tackles have had as much success as they've had has been great. The run game is and I feel like in the second half they picked that up also. Not a bad performance. Like probably B minus for Oklahoma's offensive line so far.
Wow, KJ Jefferson just made an unbelievable play on 3rd and long.
That's good coverage there.
I'm not sure he threw that to the right receiver.
That was 3rd and 15? Or was that 2nd and 15?
For Arkansas, it's 3rd and long. 2nd and 15 for OU. That's going to be 3rd and 15. Arkansas moving into position to perhaps win the game.
I want to see Jimbo Fisher get fired midseason so bad. I think he's one of the biggest villains in sports, and no one really talks about it.
Jumping underneath, give them a chance to go for it on 4th if they 4th down and 4 if they would like.
They're not going to do that. You think?
I don't know. Yeah, I think they might.
At home? What, yard line? Yeah, they're going for it.
41, 40?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Huge 4th down here for Oklahoma. I hate these stupid these formations too. KJ 4 wide. Stoops comes in late here.
They're not going to get this off.
No, they're not.
They did.
They did not. That's unbelievable. They call a timeout? No, dude. What is happening?
I think they must be satisfied with just being able to punt it.
God, that's a disaster. You can't have procedural plays like that. They were trying to run that play.
Yeah, no, I think they were, but I think they're also probably good with punting it, Or
I'm sure they are because they have to be now. They didn't. They didn't get the timeout in.
Well, they would have. That's what I'm saying. I think they could have took it or leave it from there. We'll punt it. Wow. Just missed getting that down at the 1 yard line.
You seem very cool, calm, and collected
here. On this game?
Yeah. No concern for you yet?
No, it's not out of reach. I'm just saying.
No.
Go either way.
But if you had to bet right now that who's going to win the game, who would you say?
I think OU will win, but I wouldn't lay a significant amount of odds on it. That's for sure.
Jason Porter can't get enough of the Beaver jokes. Jason, I too am laughing my ass off at those. Matthew says Gabriel's accuracy has been suspect. I feel like it's been suspect all season long. Bradley Roth, Fisher not run better offense with all that talent he has. It's insane. I would 100% agree to that. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense that they are struggling the way that they are. We'll see what he's able to do with that recruiting class that he had this last year and the upcoming year. Fisher just, he's all recruiting, I feel like. And Jameis Winston won a title for him, and all of a sudden we got to call this guy a top, 5 coach, and I'm not buying it.
I don't know that he's easy to coach for, play for.
Right.
Quarterback situation isn't what they wanted it to be, but I think Max Johnson's played well tonight. Offensive line at times haven't been great. A-Chain is a good running back. Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Now, the defense has let him down as much as anything.
Right. Derek Francis. I've heard that Oregon State has a tailback similar to Deuce Vaughn, very slippery beaver. We are children, and I'm here for it.
14. They got Jefferson. This game has been great tonight. It's had a lot of momentum swings. Arkansas going to line up to kick a field goal here, I would think. Field goal will give them the lead. But even if they kick this, A&M's going to have some time left here. I don't know why A&M wouldn't have. Well, I don't know. A&M could take a timeout here and save them some clock. All right, here we go. We talk about adjustments at halftime so far. Not bad for the OU defense.
Not bad at all. Who is the Arkansas head coach?
Sam Pittman.
That's it. He looks like somebody's angry grandfather.
Sam looks angry.
He looks angry right now.
The candy bacon on this pizza
Delicious.
is pretty good.
Yeah. Did you get the meat lever too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deuce Vaughn.
Hashtag carnivores.
Good back.
First and 10.
Nice move.
You know, I hated playing on Oklahoma's field.
Why?
Too flat.
Oh,
I hated it. I love the crown, man.
You should have seen it back in the day.
Big crown.
Are you kidding? You couldn't see from one side of it to the other if you're on the sideline.
That's awesome.
It was when it was a turf. That's why Switzer, when he's running the wishbone,
yeah,
just running it downhill all the time.
That's what old Boyd used to do up there at Texas Tech. Leach. The crown was so big you couldn't see all you could see was from the waist up of the other team.
Oh my God.
Made it?
Oh my God. No. Off the upright, and it bounced back. That's Cam Little from Southmore. Wow. That is bad luck for the Hogs. They only have one timeout left.
He missed that off the upright?
You got to see it. It bounces back. It looked like it could go through. Don't worry about what's happening to the Beaver. Just watch that.
Are you kidding me? Oh, it like hit the very top of the upright. I've never seen that before.
That's amazing.
Wow. Wow.
That was insane.
Yeah.
There's another one of the same kind of action with the back running across. Late blitz. Defensive back falls down.
Ooh.
Face mask potentially on that as well. Okay, so if it gets 31-20 with 2 minutes to go in the third, then I'll alert you that I'm a little bit more concerned.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I get with 5 receivers here. I just feel like
Quarterback draw.
They got to get some pressure on this in that backfield. They have to be more disruptive, get guys in the backfield, play in the backfield. Like they're just, look at that. I'll never understand any 50 front. Like any 50 front. As an offensive lineman, I'm like, so you're telling me as a guard, you're just going to let me
head up on the nose guard?
Bro, you're just going to give me a free run? And like simple zone plays like Kansas State runs, it's so simple. If I'm in a 50 front and I'm a big giant bucket step with my right leg, and I'm going to see if that defensive end comes my way. If he doesn't, I get to go up to the linebacker unscathed and power step up there. The linebacker, there's no way he can be right in those situations. Like I always feel like with teams like this, 4-man front are better. You're able, especially with Oklahoma, like you've got dudes in the back end that should be able to compensate for that. Like when the Kansas State walks up there and sees a 4-man front with an offensive line or 3-man front, they're like, cool, we're going to run the ball.
They've done it well tonight.
And in the interior, I mean, all day long, right up the gut.
Well, this all of a sudden becomes a really big couple of downs here because touchdown and field goal means a lot of difference.
Rad Pitt is asking if you filled in at one point in your career for Bob Berry Sr. during an OU game.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, you did, yes.
Bob Sr. lost his voice. I was on the sidelines, and they said, you need to go up in the booth and call the second half play-by-play.
How did you feel doing that?
I loved it. It was fantastic. That was a great defensive play.
I thought that was an easy
play
touchdown.
by Billy Bowman.
Billy Bowman coming through huge there.
Billy Bowman came across and tipped that. I mean, it's the biggest play of the game so far.
I've had enough beers, and I want to just yell out Billy Bob, Billy Bob, Billy Bob.
Look at that play.
Varsity Blues style.
I mean, I'd done enough research on the game in preparation that it was okay. I mean, I called a million high school games and other things. I did get to call a Mo Dampier scoop and score.
That
was a good highlight.
A big body touchdown is always a lot of fun.
I think probably that got some air time on different national highlight shows. But yeah, that was cool. I enjoy my time working with OU.
I feel bad for this kid from Oklahoma over here that missed that kick.
Yeah,
what's his name?
Cameron Little.
That sucks, dude. Do you know I have a real hatred for kickers? Ever since that last Bedlam game that I had at home, 2005. Jason Ricks missed that kick in the end, sent it to overtime. Luke Phillips is the greatest kicker of all time. That's it. It stops there. Everybody since then has been terrible.
Like Luke. Good man.
He's a good dude.
What about Tim Sidness?
Sidness was pretty good too. Pretty darn good.
I have to go back through time to think of all the OSU kickers that I like.
God,
Terry Blanchard, no longer with us. Great kicker. Tim, one of my favorites. Back from him every once in a while. Luke, good man. I mean, that's not the worst kick I've ever seen.
Chris Overstreet says Caleb and the Trojans not look very impressive so far. Saw Aaron says OU and Texas to the SEC ? They aren't even the best teams in the Big 12. And he has the villain laugh. I always appreciate the bah ha 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 ha. Like it's very bad guy vibes that we're getting there.
All right, well, let me ask you this. I'm not big on the transitive property, right? But Kansas State just hammered Missouri earlier this year.
Yeah.
Right? So Missouri goes on the road and does everything they can today to lose the game to Auburn. They have a fumble going into the end zone in overtime. They miss a 26-yard field goal to win the game in regulation. Who's saying that Kansas State couldn't go win games in the SEC?
Right. Oh, yeah. Look.
Okay. Where in the SEC could Kansas State not win? Alabama?
Yep.
All right. Is OU winning at Alabama?
Nope.
Is Texas winning at Alabama?
Nope.
Is anybody winning at Alabama?
No.
So the SEC sometimes the quick thing to think about the league is everybody says we're so great because Alabama and Georgia have been really, really good the last few years, especially Alabama, and Georgia's now getting to that point. But going on the road to win at A&M, Mississippi State, Auburn, really any place else, Florida, Tennessee, all those places, that could absolutely be done. Oklahoma's won 5 or 6 years. So enough. Stop with the SEC is so good, and it's going to be a big problem for OU to go there. It's not. OU's got a really good program right now.
Right.
The Big 12 has gotten better.
Big 12 has definitely gotten better.
And Kansas State's done a good job of executing the game plan tonight. That doesn't mean this game is over or OU can't win, but holding them to a field goal was big.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Play by Bowman, one of the biggest plays of the game.
So I've been really kind of championing the Big 12 all summer long coming into this season. I truly believe that this conference is going to be significantly better this year from top to bottom. A lot of that's to do with the defense is coming back and the run game's coming back. Not every coach in this league wants 1,000-yard back. That wasn't the case a decade ago. The run games weren't nearly as prevalent in the Big 12 as they are today. And I think as early this year, that's teams with great running games, a lot of teams with quarterbacks with the ability to throw the ball down the field. If we say that West Virginia is the worst team in this league right now, which
I don't know that they are.
I don't know if they are. I mean, everybody's got a quarterback that can deliver the shot. Everybody's got a back that's pretty good. I mean,
A&M is in victory formation. If you had to say who the worst team in the Big 12 is right now, that's a pretty tough question to answer.
Oh, yeah.
I said
100%.
earlier today I thought it might be Tech.
Right.
And they won.
And they beat Texas. Yeah.
West Virginia is pretty good. Kansas is not the worst team in the league at this point.
Who's the best team in the league?
That's
another
just
good,
as difficult to answer.
Right.
I don't know. I don't understand why people diminish Kansas State. Missouri's not the worst team in the SEC. They're not. They almost won on the road today against an SEC West team. They should have won. Kansas State beat them 41-6, or it was something like that. It was a pretty dominant performance.
Saw Aaron says, all jokes aside, I love this. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for commenting, interacting. We appreciate all you guys.
We need to get some people to come out and hang with us.
Yeah, that will definitely happen.
I certainly like doing it here at Remington Park. Hopefully we do that again.
Yeah, Remington Park's pretty cool. It's cool setup. Cool to see the ponies in the background. Mark's winning money. We're doing well. You guys could win too. Come on out to Remington Park. We got Oklahoma Derby Days tomorrow, which is going to be a ton of fun. I think you and I will both be going to come hang out a little bit in the afternoon. So if you see us out, come. We'll come talk to you.
Oh, man. Jimbo Fisher. What he's going to do next week?
Who they play next week?
Mississippi State.
Okay.
In Starkville.
You think he's going to lose?
It's going to be tough. Then the next week is at Alabama.
Yeah.
Then an off week in South Carolina.
I just don't understand the decision process for some of these kids. Like, I get him wanting to leave Oklahoma, but going to South Carolina because you like a coach, it's crazy talk to me.
Oh, he's going to run it on 3rd and 9. Wow. Now they're setting this up for 2 down scenario. Just take what the defense gives you, and we'll try to pick it up on 4th. Oh, wow. That was not a good pass. We had a wide open receiver. Well, that was a critical play in the game, and Oklahoma turns it over on downs.
I'll be curious to see how the fan base reacts to Dylan Gabriel after this week, win or loss. Wow. That's a bad ball. That's a real bad ball. Like, that's not a play that you can miss.
I'd like to think that we were, kind of the main attraction here tonight on this feed, but Campus Corner in the postgame show.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Stoops got a nice haircut. I wonder if Scissorhands did that.
Scissorhands is the man. Yeah. That's the dude.
There's Ndike Uzama, who we talked about a lot tonight.
Where did this game go? This is at Arizona State now?
We have BYU Wyoming on the TV. We have Arizona State and Utah here.
I feel real bad for those kids.
Yes.
Arizona State. Like, I just can't. I'm sick about it. Yesterday we had a conversation on the show. Like, I just can't get over the fact that coaches giving up detailed information about that team.
And look at this though. I mean, you just got more, not necessarily that. I agree with you. It's not right to try to do Herm that way, but look at the way Herm did
I
everybody
worry
else.
about Herm.
Right.
Like, screw Herm. Like, that's fine. Like, wanting Herm out is fine. It's just, I feel like when you give information about your team like that, it puts your players in danger. Like, it really does. Like, it just seems like something that would almost be impossible to do as a coach. Like, how do you feel like that's something that you can actually go out and do?
Penalty.
Derek Francis says we need a turnover here. Yep, I agree.
Well, they need to stop. It's not mandatory to have a.
Rad Pitts says a turnover would be a miracle.
All right, let me check the live number for you here and see what's going on. Get your opinion on that.
The what number?
The live number on the game.
Yeah, we're gonna have to really work on my gambling prowess. It's not good.
All right. Kansas State. If you want Oklahoma to win the game right now, just win the game, you get 20 cents back on the dollar, or $1.20 for every dollar.
Oh, so second and 7. This is a big.
Good play.
That's insane.
I was going to say, I thought he stepped out back there to use the sideline.
So that goes from being a 2-yard loss to going to 3rd and 9. So now it's 3rd and probably 2. And so 3rd and 2 for Kansas State or 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 in is the money spot. So now they can run the ball from there or pass the ball from there. And the passing play that they're going to have to run is not going to be complicated. It's quick outs. It's quick, tight end, slant patterns. It's all things they're very, very capable of doing. Like, look at this formation
3rd and 4
here.
is a winnable down.
Yeah, they got 2 tights, 3 receivers.
That's good defense.
That's great defense. Excellent. Who is that? Leguebu? Yeah, that's a big time play by him.
Made the stop.
He's a handful, man.
That's
one of those I think I'd like to see him put his hand in the dirt a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Leguebu, I'd love to see him play. Surely they've tried him at just a sheer rush in, right?
I don't know. I think he played all over the field in the defense last year with Grinch. You know what I'm saying? No idea if there was anything with consistency there. It's into post until the 6th race. So I'm going to go pick 3 horses for our $12 exacta box. And we'll be right back. Whiskey, not wine. You like that?
Do I like whiskey and wine?
Whiskey, not wine. That's the name of the horse.
I do like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I do like that. I'm going to smash the sausage off my computer. Brad Pitt, I love that Mark is full gamble mode with the horses. Yeah, no, he's all in. He's also winning a good amount of money and has just grandfathered me into this deal. So I'm feeling great about this. We're going to leave a little cash in our hands today. This blueberry ale, excellent. Excellent here at the how we doing? Doing well?
All right. Well, we've hit 2 exactas. We hit 1 real good one. So we are still significantly ahead, but we've got a stake in this next race.
What is happening with these lights over here?
I don't know. They spend a lot of time with the LED lights doing different things.
Oh, is that like a 4th quarter thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You giving high marks to the pizza?
Thank you. The pizza definitely gets high marks.
Yeah.
I really wish I would have just pulled that a little further so you could have danced into the shot. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Brittany literally danced into my life.
Wow.
Yeah. Not what I would, I mean, it's in an awkward, like, grocery store dancing type of way. Like, we're on the tortilla aisle and she's like dancing down the aisle. I can't get enough of it.
That's awesome.
It's so odd that it's attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No dance moves. This is close right here.
Derek has
See this play?
seen the field today. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, no, Canic's been out there.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, he hit it. He stopped it before it went into the end zone.
So where is it at? On the 1?
No, it's going to be on the 20.
Oh, okay.
It may have been down on the 1. He touched it before. He wasn't down. He just batted the ball.
I got you. So this is interesting here for Dillon Gabriel. Started the fourth quarter. Like, to be the starting quarterback of the University of Oklahoma is one of the top 5 positions in all of college football. The pressure that he's feeling right now is unlike any pressure he's ever felt in his entire career. And I feel like we do a bad job as media members and analysts and letting, like, what we're talking about here. This is not just any football program. This is not just any football game. That's just not any football stadium and any football fan base. Like, he is feeling this right now. Now his heart's racing. We got football feedback with Jim and Al live on air, online, and in the Sports Channel app immediately following the game. So stay tuned to all of your sports animal feeds, and Jim and Al will take you home. The post game tonight, win or lose, is going to be fire, y'all. So tune in.
I'll tell you what, that wasn't a very good pass, but he made it. I mean, there was looked like a better decision out there, but for Rook was able to look at the slot. They're in the wrong spot.
Right.
Yeah, Gabriel has not been sharp tonight.
Yeah, he's making some tough decisions.
I think what you just said is right on the money. I think there's some questionable reads going on.
Oh, yeah. Got him. Ooh.
Well, look
That's
at this.
a great play by this kid. Great play by Gabriel. You want to talk about a game of inches? That was a game of inches. That was almost an 8-yard loss here.
Look, I mean, I would criticize him in the same breath as he makes that great play.
Come on. False starts, man. You got to get that stuff taken care of. Penalties are ridiculous.
9-3. We didn't have it. It's okay. We built up a little bit of bankroll here, though.
Anybody watching Arizona State right now? These unis are fire. Always. I love that look.
Get the Sparky, the traditional Sparky on the gold helmet. There's just again, Gabriel executes the fake like that.
I appreciate how Oklahoma's playing hard. Like Kansas State and Oklahoma, this is a hard-fought game, and I'm just, it's so early in the season that we're not going to be able to get a good read. As far as I'd throw my conference out there against any conference in the league right now. Like they're out there playing. The Big 12 will hit you. They got quarterbacks all over the place. They got great running backs. Like, this is another great game.
Don't confuse the narrative that the SEC is the best conference with the fact that Alabama and Georgia are the best two teams in the country.
Like, the Big 12 has played significantly better football so far this year than the Big 10, in my opinion. Right? The Big 10's got Ohio State. I think Penn State's secondary,
Michigan with an easy schedule so far. They got tested today.
Yeah, we still don't know a whole lot about Michigan
Wisconsin
yet.
Not up to par. Not as good as normal.
I think Penn State's probably better than people think they are. I think that secondary might be one of your top 5 in football. Those kids can play.
It's the depth of the Big 12 that makes it tough.
Yes.
We don't know who the best team is. We don't know who the worst team is, but it's pretty good 10 across. Now, Ohio State, to me, is the best team in the Big 12.
Right.
Alabama, Georgia, best team in the Big 12. After that,
Oh,
those
yeah.
three teams, it drops off.
Yes.
Would Clemson win the Big 12? I don't know. I think they'd have a couple
I don't know
losses.
that. Yeah, I think that they would have a tough time in this league for sure.
If you take out the fact that, hey, look, you're a partisan fan for whoever.
Right. Utah's a well-coached team. That blitz was tough.
Arizona State went straight backwards.
Mm-hmm. Derek, I think I missed it. I think I'm. Yes.
All right. You know who the greatest selling duo of all time is?
Greatest selling doodle, Hall and Oaks.
You got it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I couldn't tell you a song.
It's playing right now.
Is that who this is?
Yeah. We got a subliminal message.
Mark, you don't
Good
know
job,
how
man.
crazy that is that I got that right.
That's awesome.
Like I could have said Led Zeppelin.
Well, except they're not a duo.
Right. I don't know that. Longhorn Rancher on Twitter. Better hope your Sooners pull it out, Sam. Your bosses won't be happy.
Yeah, that guy.
I hate this dude. Like I really have like hatred for some people on social media.
Is his picture on there?
No, of course it's not. His picture's not on there, and his real name's not on there. Like it's just chums.
That's probably your neighbor, the one that has its dog dump in your backyard.
Yeah, that's becoming a real problem. Like I'm gonna get a camera now. Oh,
again.
God.
Man, Gabriel has struggled. Wow.
What happens next for this kid is the tough part.
Yikes.
Like, he's got to find a way to get himself together here and pull this thing out. Like, OU famously, the fan base that.
Man, Mims is right there.
Booed Rattler off the field. And
right.
There's like a lot. OU doesn't necessarily, they don't pull any punches here.
Wow. Uh-oh. Here comes my overreacting fan text. Gabriel is so inaccurate. S-O-O-O.
Yeah.
Here's another text. What the? Okay. Gabriel sucks. Not good. Post-game show is coming up.
That's going to be fire. And we'll be together on Monday.
Let me remind you that this is a night game. Everybody's had plenty of time to get in the mood for the post-game show.
He means liquored up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I am. Yeah, I've had a few of these blueberry beers, and they're delicious.
Those are pretty good.
I might try to
go in here and go fishing for those 2 blueberries. I might in a minute.
I might call up and fake the voice to talk to Jim. I really don't feel like that this is a great representation of Oklahoma here. Like they're trying to act like they're missing a bunch of tackles on this broadcast, and I don't think that's the case at all. Like sometimes you have to acknowledge great players. Houston Vaughn is a great player. I can't believe
they've been really good tonight.
I can't believe that dude stayed at Kansas State. And Kleiman went as far as like thanking him in his press conference at Big 12 Media Day. Like a lot of people didn't catch that, but he was just like, we're happy Deuce stayed.
Well, it was a great job to offer him. I mean, again, he's small. He doesn't have a ton of offers.
Right. Look at this kid. This is what K-State does. The Kansas State would have been happy with a 10-point loss at this point in this game. Like with a 7-point lead, they're tough to root out. Now you have to dig them out of this situation. So it's tackle for losses, it's big hits, it's turnovers. They got to make the team get out of their comfort level. And like they're real comfortable. Like when they're throwing the ball down, that's a 20-yard pass from Martinez there in that play. Kansas State is one, you sign a good coach when you play to win. And he absolutely is playing to win.
Wow. It's been a really good game plan, but it doesn't really matter how far they move it unless they get some points here.
Right.
All right, we're going to be finished here in just a few minutes. We're going to turn it over to the live feed and then get ready for the post-game show, which will be very interesting.
Are you calling the loss?
No.
I feel like you're calling a loss.
No, I'm not calling any loss. There's plenty of time left here. This is pretty good pressure.
Come on.
There goes Agwebu.
Come on. Oh,
hey,
God.
I'll tell you this. Look, I feel very comfortable making this call. Dylan Gabriel has been vastly outplayed tonight.
By Martinez, 100%. He's not the best quarterback on the field. This is incredible.
He's running for his life to make this play. The touch on that ball, running out of bounds, that's spectacular. Dylan Gabriel is missing wide open throws. That's impressive.
Gabriel's not going to be the best quarterback in the field.
Back.
Like I'm taking JT Daniels. I'm taking Spencer Sanders. I'm taking the kid there at Baylor. I'm taking the kid at Kansas. I'm taking the kid at Iowa State.
Boy, that is a terrible, terrible break for Kansas State that's an illegal lineman downfield.
Oh, this is coming back?
Yeah, that came back. That's not even close in the vicinity of a guy that would be.
And he was so far to pocket, too.
Yeah.
You don't get him again. Look. Oh.
Boy, that's one of the.
Through the flag. What kind of garbage is that?
Is that a makeup call?
Barely catchable.
No, I don't think that's interference. He got there a little early.
Yeah. Yikes.
That is Kurt Warner's son.
That is?
Yes.
He's a boy up at Temple, Buffalo. He's playing quarterback somewhere. Warner's got a kid also.
It's possible. He was doing more than sacking groceries at the time. I love working with you.
Oh yeah, I laugh at all your
good.
jokes.
That's
yes, I think that's great.
All right, here we go. This is a big one. It's good defense.
Oof, got him. Who's that?
Isaiah Coe.
Yeah, that kid he looks the part, doesn't he?
He's big.
Big dude.
They've rotated several players in there. But I mean, that is just crazy on the lineman downfield and then the interference call. I think the interference call was better call than the lineman down the field.
I agree.
The backside, the offensive line just kind of wandering down there after the play's broken down. No threat to confuse the defense.
Got him. God.
That's a really soft zone. Not much pass rush. Guys in the wrong spots. Kurt Warner's son. Cade Warner. That's not very good coverage right there.
No,
guys are not
and
very disciplined in their spot.
Like I'm
looking
not
around too much.
Right. And Martinez didn't fire that ball in there either. You know what I mean? Like it was a pretty casual pass.
Yeah, this is getting real interesting.
Can I have another one too? Thank you. Oh yeah, get every last blue band. area out of that.
I don't know the bottom. Are your blueberries on the bottom?
Yeah, they are. And I feel like the beer's gotten darker too.
It has gotten darker. And there's one blueberry on the bottom. However, it has been excellent service.
Oh, yeah.
The beer's been delicious. Oh, wow. That looked like a catch to me. Is it not?
Brody says Mark's getting his money worth. Or their money's worth.
On the pizza?
No, on the beer when you poured that last.
Oh, yeah. Well, the blueberries are really good.
Yeah, this is the Bricktown Brewery Blueberry Ale we're drinking. It's pretty awesome.
I'm not sure that I've had any fruit in the month of September before this, so I'm taking full advantage of it.
This is your vegetable for the...
What a play. What
Good
a play.
Lord.
What a play.
That's
what
it,
a play.
baby.
What a play. What a play. What a game he's had. What a game Adrian Martinez has had.
This is unbelievable. I mean, it's not unbelievable. It's not. This is not an unbelievable
Stutzman
game.
comes in there and takes. Look at the block coming. He's got just.
Yep.
Broyles takes a bad angle. Where's he going?
Who knows?
Wow.
College football is so crazy. I'm in a bit of shock right now. Like, I knew this was going to be a good game. I said it was going to be a 4-quarter game. I just did not see that Oklahoma not being able to just muscle Kansas State out at some point. Like, that's the thing that's the problem here. And this league has got guts. This won't be the last gutsy team that Oklahoma sees this year. Like, it really does bring the projection back down to we have to reevaluate.
It's going to be good.
Who's next for OU?
TCU on the road. Next week's a big week. Baylor, Oklahoma State, TCU, OU.
Both teams on the road.
All right. Should I read one more negative text?
Oh, yeah.
Come across? I know this is negative. Ball game. Okay. Uncle Rico, more accurate than Dylan Gabriel.
Will Chandler on Twitter says, guys, I'm begging someone to help me understand Broyles over Key Lawrence.
The only explanation I'd have for that is Key Lawrence is hurt.
Okay.
I don't know if he's, I don't know. There's no I've said enough. I mean, he's a local kid and he's just never been good enough, I don't think, to play.
Right.
But he stuck around for a long time, so we give him credit for that. But he struggled out there. Okay, hey, listen, we'll turn it over to the live feed. You want to stay around for a little bit more?
Oh, no, we can turn it over. Are we going to?
Let's stay one more drive.
Okay, one more drive.
We got to get out of here. We got to get off the stage for the big fella.
Oh, yeah. No, you can take it. Thank you.
She's taking a shot at me.
She is taking a shot at you there.
Well, did she not see the perfectly two good blueberries that were
in your cup?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't getting into these texts. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go one more drive for Oklahoma in the bowl bounce. Okay.
Well, anyway, I've had a good time tonight. I want to thank everybody that has reacted to us, and look forward to doing this again.
This is going to be a new thing that we do once a week and every Saturday. I love this. This is awesome. A big shout out to Bricktown Brewery and Remington Park. We're having us out tonight. I'm hoping this will be one of our permanent location for Saturdays, our midweek show. Our host, Brent's Cajun Seafood. Thank you to him. Big thank you to Cisco for arranging this and working with us. That's the hardest working man in radio, period. The Sports Animal is the Thunder flagship station, and the work that he's putting in for that on top of this football season, managing all of us, like he's doing an incredible job. So thank you, Cisco. This has been a ton of fun. Trey says, Mark and Sam, this is really cool. Rad Pitt says, Mark and Sam are the best. Thank you, guys. He says, make it every day in the middle of the day show. We will be back on the middle of the day show together Mondays and Fridays each week throughout the football season, and hopefully the remainder for the foreseeable future. I love working with Mark. I don't know if I'm on location this week or not, but I'll be on the show both days. Looking forward to a Monday recap. College football is insane. It's insane.
I think you are on location, right?
Okay.
Well, I know I'm at Bandy's Barbecue, so if you want to come out and hang out with me, that'll be a good time.
Okay. Oh, that's right by the house too.
Yeah. All right, let's see what OU does here. They're going to panic.
Oh, there we stay on your feet. Ugh.
That was a great catch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Farouk made a great play there.
He's becoming that number 2 guy, isn't he?
He's done well tonight. Weiss caught a touchdown pass in the first half, but Farouk has 3 catches since. You know, by saying that, there really hasn't been a game, but
Mark and Bro, this
was on
Brody on Twitter says, just for balance, Mark and Sam suck. Everybody's been saying what a great job you've done, and Brody has to bring us back down a little bit.
Fine.
Brad Pitt's asking where the tempo was at tonight. Uh-oh. I think Major just might have.
I don't know. That's a little bit of overreaction. You know what I mean? K-State has just done a good job of possessing the ball. If they're possessing the ball, why do you want to go fast?
Right.
You just burn up your defense even more.
This is true. This is very true.
Everybody's got an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the team you play is better. Tonight looks like that way to me. So far, K-State's been better. We got 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to evaluate this other than Kansas State has beaten Oklahoma. This is not a OU lost that game type of situation. And look, there's still plenty of football to be played, so let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But Kansas State is absolutely taking the fight to the Sooners. And I would say Oklahoma fought back. I really –
Well, it's not over. I mean,
yeah.
They've done a good job to get down the field in this position right here. Well, that's a bad sack. There's no more field goals in this game for OU.
Oof. Come on. There you go.
It's a good pass.
That dude is so hit or miss, isn't he?
I'm surprised that Willis has not been more a part of this game plan.
Bro, that dude would have caught 10 passes today. What do you mean he hasn't been a feature? That was the guarantee for me coming to this, that he was going to have a Dimitri Flowers type performance, because you want to stay in the field. So a bunch of passes to your big, giant, athletic tight end over the middle of the field helps you do that.
Look at this run. Stuck his head in there. Looks like he's gaining a little bit of confidence now.
Look at him. He's chirping a little bit. All right, DG, come on.
I mean, it's not been great, but that's a nice play right there.
Oh, yeah. He's trying. I mean, he's out there playing his best, doing what he can. No. God, was that a fumble?
Nope. Got the ball.
Was it a quarterback sneak?
Yes. Second and goal from the 1. This has been exactly what Oklahoma's needed.
Come on. Good Lord.
Wow. That was a good play. I mean, you can dog Gabriel all you want, but that was a really good play. Let's see what the penalty is here.
On OU?
Looks like it from the fan reaction.
Sam, is it weird for you to root for OU? Nope, not even a little bit. This is a team that I've covered in the States. I've had the pleasure of playing against Oklahoma. I have the pleasure of beating Oklahoma. I'll just tell you right now, as a 40-year-old in the media, I've been through multiple semifinal games, covered multiple Heisman Trophy winners. I've had a dream career as a media member because I've covered this team. I want to see them win every game they can win except Oklahoma State, period. Like it's great for the state. It's great for our fans. I mean, I'm from a place in Youngstown, Ohio, that football is everything to us. We can't wait for football season because it helps us cope and get through life up there.
Do they get away with a pick on this? That was what the flag was for, and it looked like that wasn't the play that exactly. I don't. Drake Stoops looked like he was expecting to get the ball. I don't think that was a
right.
fake.
Yeah, I don't know if that was on purpose.
Okay, look, we got to turn it over to the post-game show.
Yes,
we got to
sir.
get the live feed from Norman. We want to thank Cisco. We want to thank everybody that's texted us in tonight and also participated. We're going to do this again. Want to thank Remington Park. We've had a great time out here. Service has been spectacular. The food's great. We highly recommend that you come to Remington Park anytime. Club One's a great deal. They've got a $25 night where you get wings, bucket of beer, and vouchers, 2 $5 wagering vouchers.
That's
free.
cool.
No, it's a great deal. So Remington's always a fun time. We highly recommend it. It's going to be a great finish. We're going to watch it here. We'll talk about it on Monday on the Middle of the Day show. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thank you,
here on
guys.
Game Day Live.
Appreciate it.